You ready?
Are you ready, Cody Rhodes?
Do you even know who Cody Rhodes is?
Oh yeah, one of the greatest wrestlers of our millennial decade.
I wouldn't say he's one of the greatest. He's pretty young.
Yeah, but he's a real up-and-comer. He's a real go-getter.
His dad was one of the greatest of all time. He's a WWE Hall of Famer.
Jason Rhodes.
No, Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty!
The American Dream.
The American
He wanted and dined with kings and queens, and he slept in an alley and ate pork and beans.
Did he actually?
But it's just a promo. It's just like something he would say.
So it's a lie.
What? No. Never.
Oh, it's true. It's just okay. I see.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 74th episode of the GeekVerse podcast. We haven't done news in a while, so I am the Marvel dick-sucking Travis Snail.
Oh my god.
He did get called that by...
I have my envelope right here. My check is in here. I looked at just a nice, fat, huge check, as the great man would say. Huge check from Marvel. Thank you very much.
He just throws it away because he gets so many.
Oh, so many.
At least 2 to 3 days.
Hey, that's my money.
That?
No, it's my money. No,
it's like that scene in Harry Potter when like they just keep flying through the door.
You gave Suicide Squad a 10. Sorry, that's above the Marvel rating.
But I'm allowed to double dip and collect from both sides.
No, but you gotta make the contract. Maybe I'll post a contract on Facebook that I had to sign. I'm joined by
the Deacon Blues, Dylan Muss.
No idea.
Me neither.
Okay.
The non-Gamescom related news, Taylor Field.
Non-games. Yeah. Good thing. No, it's funny. I think when we started last year, we hyped the Gamescom episode because it was like our first conference one. Good thing we didn't do it this year because, ladies and gentlemen, we literally pretty much I don't think have any news
I have like
from
a couple
Gamescom.
quick things. But
Yeah. We'll get in a second. Start off with some housekeeping. You know, Tommy Boy. Housekeeping.
Yes. Yeah. Our mom does that anytime she knocks on any door.
Good. Mad respect. God, where was I going now?
Housekeeping.
Oh yeah, August not over. It's looking like it'll probably be our biggest month. But before that, thank you for listening all in July. That was our biggest month. Thank you for the past week. We spent the past 4 days and counting on the iTunes 150 top TV and movies, getting as high as 14. I think right now at the time of this recording we're sitting at a nice 29. Thank you for that. We're not bragging. It's just like we're little Canadian Kelowna podcast, Dylan's basement. You know, like not too shabby to be hitting up there. So yeah, we thank all of you for checking out all our shows. The No Man's Review Sky.
Yeah, it seems strange that like I can just review a game with me and Kirklin, put it up, and it's like in 2 days it has like almost 500 listeners. Yeah. That's crazy that we're at that point, you know.
So thank you for that and checking out our spin-off shows. Thank you, because we haven't done a newscast since then. We usually don't do housekeeping. Thank you for making Suicide Squad our biggest episode of all time. What was it before? Oh, it was Civil War non-spoiler. No, it was BBS. It was that Civil War non-spoiler one.
Right.
Because that hot scoop, you know.
Yeah.
And then
that month early.
Yeah, and the PlayStation E3 one was huge too. That got 800 on like the Microsoft one.
Why are you looking at me?
But no, thank you very much.
Why do you think he's looking at me?
Thank you everyone for tuning in that Suicide Squad. It was lots of fun. A nice, huge 3-hour podcast just full on reviewing. If you haven't checked that out, go check it out.
It's spicy.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. It's definitely one of my favorites. I think that's it for housekeeping. I don't think there's anything else. So yeah, we're doing a newscast. We checked. It has been like a month and almost a half since we've done newscasts. There's been so many movies.
I feel like it's been a busy summer, but it's all just been like things coming out.
Yeah, not much news. And I think that's another thing we're going to talk about now. We'll get into the news as far as Gamescom. Like, there was no Nintendo there. Like, there's all games, but there was, like, not a Nintendo press conference, which they didn't do last year. But, like, Xbox had one last year. Sony sometimes go in there, and, like, none of them were there. So it was just, like, footage from, like, oh, look at this game, and, like, look at this game. Which you can't really talk about on the cast.
What happened? Like, wasn't Gamescom pretty lousy last year, too? Or...
Well, other than the Xbox one, because they announced Halo Wars 2.
Right.
There was a bunch of stuff. That's when last year, like, for me, they announced Mafia 3.
Yeah.
That's where I feel like this year, even, like, there just wasn't even any, like, really big game announcements, you know? Like,
I think I think we said last year we were expecting Gamescom to just get bigger and bigger every year, but it seems like it took a step back.
Yeah, it took a little break this year, yeah. Well, it's funny because, like, I'll say this because it's legitimately, like, the only gaming news I think I have is that Sony is having, like, a little mini sort of press conference. I think it's the Tokyo Game Show. Maybe it's in New York. I can't remember which one it is, but I think it's September 8th or 9th. And they're, like, supposedly going to reveal the PS4 Slim and the PS4 Neo, and that the whole thing about PS Now or PS Plus going to PC. So like I guess that would make sense why they weren't there if they're going to be doing something a week after Gamescom, like or 2 weeks. Like why would you go there and have any news? But that's exciting. That check that episode out. That should be a good one because get the official details on Neo and pricing and all that.
So. Well, I mean, it seems like Sony did kind of put pretty much everything on the line at E3 too, right?
Oh
so
yeah, they don't.
They
weren't
holding back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's about it as far as news. If you're well, I don't know. Does anyone have any movie news? I think you do.
Movie news?
Do I?
Yeah, I thought the past 2 weeks you'd be like, oh, I got news about the Predator movie.
Oh yeah, I do. That's
okay.
In there
Well,
too.
we'll say that then. I think we got a minuscule of movie news, but how this works is we start do some gaming or movie news. We break that down. Check in the video description. If you don't want to listen to the gaming news, you can jump over the movie news. If not, just listen the whole way through because we're the greatest. Anyways, who wants to start?
Well, I guess I'll start since I have some Gamescom stuff. There was a cool... I don't know if you guys have seen any of the Overwatch videos, but they have little cinematic videos just introducing characters and stuff like that. And they're actually really, really good. They released a new one for Bastion, one of the characters. It's 7 minutes long.
Bastion.
It's a very beautiful...
Bastion.
At first he was very controversial because he was the noob slayer, so at the start of the game everyone hated Bastion.
But did a few patches fix that, I'm guessing?
No, just people playing the game.
Oh, okay.
It just took a week and then people were like, oh, this character's not that broken actually.
Classic.
But yeah, no, they released a cool new trailer for Bastion. Not even a trailer because he's been out. It's just a cinematic video. I don't even know what they're doing with these. I guess they're just trying to hype up the game some more because this character's already been in the game since the beginning. But I think everyone should check that out. And I think that was kind of paired with a new map that's coming out, which is the first new map that's coming out. It's like a castle. It looks really cool. So everyone should check that out. Even check out the other ones.
Is the map DLC included, or is
I'm pretty sure it's all free because they've had a new character come out and that was free, and I'm pretty sure all the maps and stuff. I think it's all just kind of with the game. The other thing is For Honor. Do you guys remember that game?
With the samurai.
Yeah, it's kind of like samurai and Viking stuff. Yeah. Apparently, it's going into closed alpha. I don't know how. I think they're having invites to that and stuff. So I'm gonna sign up for that. Comes out September 15th though for that. So, I mean that game. I don't know. It looked iffy, but it's gonna be cool to actually see some more gameplay of it. People actually playing through it rather than just a trailer. Like a on-stage trailer sort of thing?
Yeah. Especially at the Ubisoft conference, which was just a blur. Yeah, that game, I was very interested the last year, and then this year I was like, I don't know, it looked really by the numbers, so I'm excited to see more. I'm excited to see...
So we'll get to be seeing some more soon.
Yeah, cool. I hope it just... It looks like a hack and slash, but it just looked like a 5-year-old hack and slash. That was my thing of so... Taylor, aren't you? You're excited for the 4
I'm excited. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it right away. I might wait for it to drop a little bit in price. I don't think it's worth the full $79.99 of my hard-earned money.
Yeah,
it looks like a lot of fun, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, not gonna lie. We don't do that. We don't do that, folks. We don't lie to the viewers. Except when Marvel pays me to.
Yeah, I mean, as we just said, Gamescom was kind of low on stuff, but there was. Not really news, but just there's new Prey gameplay.
Saw that.
As well as just a short clip from Dishonored 2, a cool fight scene with Emily. So, I mean, I love to see those things because I'm super stoked.
I heard a lot of good things about the Prey stuff. So I didn't hear much about Dishonored, but I heard lots.
Well, it was literally just a 30-second clip. I'm pretty sure. So it was.
It worked. I guess whatever it was.
And then Prey looks a lot more high action, high octane than I thought it would be.
You thought it was gonna be more sci-fi horror-ish.
Yeah.
Because that first trailer sure makes it seem like it was right. It was at Bethesda, right? They did it. That was
at the
eye and everything. Yeah, because they made it seem to be really creepy and really I think we also kind of gave an Aliens sort of vibe. So that's funny to hear that it's more like a Aliens 2 sort of vibe.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously still really intrigued by. Just the story and everything of it, and it does look really fun. But if it's just a run and gun shooter kind of thing, I don't know if I'm going to be interested in that.
Not worth your hard-earned $79.99.
Yeah, I mean I have faith because it's made by some of the people who made Dishonored 1, which is obviously.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that game anytime I get the chance. But yeah.
And for you American listeners, that's how much we have to spend for our games. It's $79.99.
The Canadian dollar.
If you're if you're oh man, they're showing all that money for that nice special edition. No.
That's the regular standard edition. $79.99.
Good old standard.
For the game, no DLC included.
No DLC.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all I had for the only things that from Gamescom that really intrigued me, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. Like, that's the same. Like, I think they've released maybe footage of games that I'm interested in, but it's like, we're not gonna do a 2-hour cast. I'm like, oh, this part was really cool footage. This part, like, if you're interested in a game, go look at the footage. Like, I think for me, I think it was part of this Gamescom. They like released a soundtrack for like Mafia 3, and that's cool. But I'm not gonna sit down here and do like an hour breakdown of like, oh, good, Rolling Stones are in here. You know, it's like it felt super lackluster. I feel like we've had like after Comic-Con being relatively well and E3 being relatively well, like we had Star Wars Celebration, which was like a big dive.
I think. Well, I was just about to compare it to that actually because it's another event that seems like it's only like really hype if you're actually there, right?
Yeah.
Because me and Travis were watching earlier the people playing the Batman VR game and stuff and talking about it. It's like that'd be awesome to try. And
that was in Comic-Con too.
Was it?
That footage they showed, yeah. So they didn't even have that Gamescom. They just like released it this week during Gamescom.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it was there too, though. I think those videos were just edited, but I'm pretty sure it was there because people keep saying good things about it, and it looks cool. I just we've talked about this many times. It just doesn't look $500, you know, like, and most of the games like that. You remember that I told Taylor this offcast. That Star Trek VR game when you sit on the bridge or whatever, it's $47.99.
Wow.
And it's on
$47 to sit in a virtual chair.
Yeah, which is probably more for us, but it's just like, I don't know, from that game, it was like, it didn't look like much, and I can't remember if it was Eagle Flight. It was another game, a VR game, where we're like, oh, that doesn't look like you do much, and it was like $30, and it was like, even, like, they just seem so pricey. Like, it's just like, I would not pay $47 or rounded to $50
well, the thing
to sit in the bridge.
For a game like that, like, obviously the gameplay seems to be a bit lacking. I mean, the people playing it at the conference were stoked. They're having the time of their life.
For Batman or Star Trek?
For Star Trek, sitting there
can't be trusted.
hitting a button. But the thing is,
part
like,
of Ubisoft.
The game didn't even, like, visually, the graphics were pretty lame in themselves, so it's like...
Where at least the VR Batman one, up until now, the graphics look good.
They look really nice.
You could play the game and be like, oh yeah, it's definitely a dip. But the Star Trek one just looked bad off the start.
It looked really old.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I had for Gamescom stuff.
Do you have any other gaming news? Because do you have any Gamescom stuff?
I have one thing that
Well, shout out now, then we're just going to switch into just regular game news.
Well, I noticed that Dylan was so generous enough to let me go onto his computer and look up.
She actually hacked it this morning. Mr. Robot it.
I woke up and heard Taylor clicking away.
They're busted through the window.
But it's about Star Wars Battlefront, and of all the DLCs, I'm most excited for the Star Wars Death Star one. And I have now good reason to be, because with their game mode that they launched, or they announced on their, what was it called? Battle Station. And basically, it's a game mode where it consists of 3 waves. You start off in either Empire or Rebels, and you're trying to take down a Star Destroyer.
Right.
You take it down, and then Y-Wings go in, and then it transitions to you playing on the Death Star as soldiers. And you're trying to escort a droid off the Death Star, and then it transitions again.
Is it R2?
It could be R2, I don't know.
It better be, or they
better
don't get
be.
my money. You're not getting my money.
While you're on the Death Star, then you can play as Chewbacca or Bosk, and then after that, you transition to the 3rd phase of the mode, where you are either Luke Skywalker in his X-Wing, or...
Wait, so is this like a mission, or is this like
it's a multiplayer mode, so you're playing with...
So it sounds like there's like 3 stages throughout. Well, what the bad guys you just defend, I guess?
You're defending, yeah. Like at the first, you gotta keep your Star Destroyer intact, and then you gotta take the fight to the ground.
Is there a way you could just win the first round by keeping it intact and
I don't know.
Beating all those rebels?
They didn't go into that much detail. That'd be cool. They'd have to, at least, because I mean, if the rebels keep pushing and the Empire can't make any kind of real defense, that's not very fair. There must be a time limit.
Yeah.
But it looks like a lot of fun.
Play forever.
You just play forever, yeah.
A never-ending lobby.
First one to 10 billion points wins. Go.
Yeah. But that's a game mode I'm probably going to be... Or a map pack I'm going to buy. I thought about Cloud City, but Gamescom now has me hyped for this.
Every time there's a new DLC, you're like, well, this looks good.
And
then you don't buy it because you're like, oh, but I'm gonna get the next one. And
yeah, but this is the one I've been waiting for. The first one playing is Greedo. I don't care about Greedo. The next one,
you care more about that random bounty hunter than Greedo?
He had like 30 seconds of
One of the most important characters in Star Wars history, I'd say.
Important?
Yeah.
One of the most controversial characters.
Yeah, exactly.
Very controversial.
What's so important about that? He died.
Hashtag Han shot first.
Yeah.
That's what's important. That scene represents the journey that Han Solo's on, because you see what a piece of shit he is.
That scene represents integrity in its true sense.
And it shows the change that Han goes through the
trilogy. That scene changed my life.
That scene's gone. Yeah, crap on.
I will never be the same person.
But Dengar. Fuck Dengar.
So that's why I didn't get the next.
See, at least you can remember Greedo's name. I didn't even remember his name was Dengar.
I remember Dengar before I remembered Greedo.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I think that's a lie.
Specifically because he looks like he has toilet paper wrapped on his head.
Yeah, that's lame.
Anything else about
Battlefront?
That's it.
Okay, what's your gaming news then you have?
I don't think I really have anything else to talk about. Well, it's just a little Nintendo thing that was released a couple weeks ago. I mean, we talked Nintendo into the ground at this point, but I'll just bring it up quickly. So apparently they released a statement that they're planning to release a new Mario, a Zelda, and Pokemon game within the first 6 months of the console's release.
I was so worried because who would have thunk that they would release those ones? The
thing for me is like, the problem here is that they said within the first 6 months.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about this before. One of the big problems with Wii U is that the game was released with nothing. Like there's nothing exciting to bring people in at the very beginning.
Other than new Mario.
And so if they have a new Pokemon game, cool. But if that's not coming out for 5 months after the console comes out, then the hype. Like, you need to start this console with some hype.
Like, I'm hoping...
And no one knows anything, really.
Trying to be positive. I'm hoping that means that... Because how many of those games were listed? You said a Pokemon...
New Mario.
And
then Zelda, which is Breath of the Wild.
So Zelda should come out, launch with it, and then
hopefully,
you think... Now, by Mario, do you think...
But the thing is, with that Zelda game, it's also on Wii U.
Yeah, so it kind of doesn't count, but... Do you think with the Mario, do you think that's like a Mario Galaxy Sunshine sort of deal, or like a Super Mario Bros?
I'm hoping it's a new Galaxy or,
Yeah.
like Sunshine sort of thing, because those are my favorite Mario games, personally, and they haven't released one in a hot minute. It's been a really long time.
I don't think... Oh, Wii U got 3D World. They did get 3D World. That was their big one, and I loved 3D World.
That was kind of like a mixture, it seemed. Yeah. It wasn't quite as open world as... like 64 and Sunshine.
Oh yeah, it was definitely more like level art. It was not like a kind of 3D platformer in the traditional sense. I think, like we've talked about before, they do need a good lineup. Obviously, they can't stack and have like 10 games and have like Metro in it, but I hope that means within their 6 months, that's kind of space. Like I think you should get like 2 or 3 big titles with the launch, then one in the middle, and then one at that 6 month thing.
Yeah.
Like maybe, like I said, the launch should be like that Zelda game, and maybe like a new Super Mario Bros. And the Christmas game could be your Mario Galaxy, and then that one in the middle could be a Pokemon or Donkey Kong. Like I think in that 6 months they should hit you with a bunch of games.
Well, I mean, it's supposed to come out in like March or something, right?
Yeah.
So
as of right now, but.
So I mean, hopefully they hit E3 pretty hard next year, because even like.
But they can't, because the console would hit out. I guess they can show off their games, I guess.
Like new games to get...
Yeah, I just still don't understand why they're not going to even have an E3 to promote it. If it comes out in March, it's before E3. And it's like, I know they'll do the Direct, but we've talked about this before, that not everyone watches the Direct. When they throw them 2 p.m. on Monday.
They've kind of stopped doing those even. Yeah. Like, I don't know when the last one is, but...
I thought it was before E3, because I thought they were like, oh, we're not talking about NX. Like, it was because they did their Smash.
Either way, I remember the last one was pretty lackluster.
Yeah, they show off like Paper Mario, I'm pretty sure, I thought, and their...
Paper Mario looked really bad, yeah.
But then that was, I don't know, E3. But they're definitely not that memorable. Last memorable one I watched was that Smash one when they announced Bayonetta and stuff like that. Like, that was the last big one, so... I don't know, and then I hear that's, like, there's more pans on the cartridges and the supposed, like, it's going to be that handheld that can connect to your TV, and it all just sounds like, I wish the best for them. I don't want that company to go out of business at all, but it just, everything that sounds like is just, maybe, like, this round might not be for me, and it's going to suck because I'm going to miss a bunch of Mario games. Maybe I'll buy the console years down the line, like, to the Wii U when it's cheaper, but, like, I've bought a Nintendo console as fast as it could release. Like, the Wii U, I waited a bit just because financial reasons, but I got a month after because I was still, like, I got my birthday money. Yeah. I was like, okay, getting it, and I did that. And it's like every other console I've gone right away. Even with the Wii, I was not the biggest fan of the motion, but like, okay, got it for Christmas. But with this, I'm really like, yeah, like, I remember...
They've just been so secretive. It's hard to get hyped about, right?
Well, it's secretive, and then the stuff that does leak, I'm like, oh, like it's not good stuff. Like the Y controller, like I don't want, like I like the 3DS. I'm not crapping on 3DS, but I don't want that to be the main console. You know, like I don't know. It just doesn't sound like it's gonna be for me this go around. I remember when we started this cast, was like, the reason I would never buy VR right now is because I'm waiting for Nintendo, and that's where my money would go next for my next big, like gaming console purchase or whatnot. But it's like I don't plan on buying VR, but at this rate, I'd probably rather spend the money on VR. Like I'd still wait till they reveal the NX and see exactly what it is. But at this rate, like it just sounds like. I don't know. I don't want to use the word gimmicky because I haven't seen it, but that's just what every patent that comes out just seems like it's just like trying to be totally different. We've talked about this many times, so I'm sorry for the old listeners, but it's just like I just really want a back to basic console and then maybe the next one try something new because the gimmick one didn't work. Like I guess they're just hoping to have Wii success again, but I don't think they're in that position.
Like, I guess the gimmick of the Wii U is like the gamepad, right? And I think it actually worked. I think it was good, but the thing is like. Not many people thought that in the grand scheme of things, right? And so, like, they just lost so many people just in, like, these strange, like, motion controls. And...
Oh, yeah. Well, you look at both, like, Xbox and PlayStation, both, I think, in their relatively first year, hitting, like, 10 million sales. And then Wii U just hit Nintendo, 10 million last year after being out for 4 years. It's like, that's not a good sign.
No.
And you can't say, like, oh, it's, like, kind of a such, because, like, the Wii... Like, you can't say it's anything about Nintendo having a small audience because the Wii sold like hotcakes. That was one of the biggest console sellers ever. So it's like they can do it. So I think that's my worry what they're doing with the NX is they're doing all this stuff to try and make it like that. But I don't know. I'm still interested, but they really have to, like, with everything that leaks, I'm like less and less excited, you know? So they really got to sell me. And
we just need an official word by them, you know?
Oh, yeah. The rumors fall. The rumors falls that they're going to announce when they're... I don't know if they're going to have news or they're going to announce when they're going to announce it. That's the rumor.
Good old announcements of announcements.
Yeah, because the Canadian president of Nintendo, I guess, let something slip, so they said something you'll hear more around fall. That we do. Shout out to you, man. We don't know who you are and that guy that said this about the Ubisoft one, but we'll figure it out.
Maybe it's the same guy.
Yeah,
maybe.
Man, he's killing it.
So the only other gaming news. Oh, I guess a couple things. The Elder Scrolls Legends it's fully out now, or it's in, I don't know.
Is it the card game?
Yeah, and I've actually played it a bit now. And I like it. It's fun. It's obviously very Hearthstone inspired because that's what's hot right now. But
Hearthstone's so hot right now. Hearthstone.
But I do like the changes they've made to it. Pretty much one of the main things is that there's like 2 lanes. So that if you put a guy in one lane, you can only attack the guy in that certain lane too. So it adds some strategy to it, and then there's like, I guess the equivalent of like a field card from Yu-Gi or something, where if you put it on, it will like affect that lane only. And so there is some dynamics to it, and obviously if you're more into the lore of Elder Scrolls like I am, opposed to like the Warcraft lore, which I don't know anything about, then I think you might like it too, as opposed to Hearthstone. Hearthstone's fun and all, but I don't know, it just... I've been playing Legends and it's pretty cool. It's a fun take.
Do you think it's just a little bit better because you know, like you have more connection to it, like you said, like, or is it the pure gameplay?
I don't even know if like I like it better. I've been playing it.
You're just having fun.
It doesn't cost anything, right? So, like
yeah.
No reason not to try it if you're an Elder Scrolls fan and a fan of card games. So
yeah.
Did you play Witcher at all?
I played it a little bit. For me, it was like. It was just like, this is kind of like Elder Scrolls, but not, and I couldn't get into it as much. But...
So, are you looking forward to trying out their card game that's coming out?
No, I probably won't. There's just too many... There's enough card games out there, and like, I'm fine with just playing Elder Scrolls Legends and like watching some Hearthstone every once in a while, you know?
I think this winter I'm gonna get Witcher and finally jump into it.
But yeah, the card game in that... I can't remember, what is the name of it? It starts with a G, doesn't it?
The Witcher one?
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it's
Galadriel.
It actually is a pretty cool game. There's a lot of like interesting mechanics to it. That is like, because Elder Scrolls Legends, there's a couple different things, but overall it's the same formula as like your Hearthstone whatever card game. So I can't remember the name of that Witcher one, but
I think he's looking up right now.
Gwent. There you go. It's over the G. Yeah. So I don't think I'll be playing that one, but it's pretty cool. Cool that they made a full game out of it. And then the only other thing, this is from like a while ago, but SGDQ, Summer Games Done Quick, is like a speedrun event that goes on twice a year, one in the winter, one in the summer. I don't remember when it was this year, because we just haven't done newscasts for a while. But they do it for charity every year, and this year for the summer one at least, they raised 1.2 million. So it's pretty awesome. I think it's if you're into even if you just like games at all, speedrunning is really cool to watch. Just look up your favorite game in SWQ. It's probably there. It's like for a full week, 24/7. So the odds are your favorite game is there. They do every game you can imagine. So
that Sneak King's not there.
I honestly wouldn't doubt it if that was one of the because they have like a lot of incentives. So like, they did one for like Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, for example. Like if enough people donate to that game, like 10,000 or something, then they do that event. So you know what, they might have a Sneak King goal.
There you go. I'd be excited for that.
I just wanted to give them a quick shout out, even though that's incredibly outdated, but still,
that's what we do here. Outdated news.
And that's my gaming news right there.
Before you go, I want to go because I forgot. I know I forgot something. I checked out. It's been out, like you said. It's old. But it's at the beginning of the month. It came out was the first episode of the Batman TellTale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that was pretty good.
Buy it?
Yeah, I did. I bought the whole season's pass. I've never played a TellTale game. I have the original Walking Dead TellTale game that I took/stole. Not really, because when I worked at a certain retailer, it was a game that they're just gonna chuck. And they're like, oh, can I take it home? They're like, no, you can't. But I'm like, oh, but we're just going to destroy it? Like, yeah, that's what we do. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I just put my backpack.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. So I just put my backpack because, hey, it was just going to be crunched up into a little ball.
What if they were going to donate it?
What?
Nope.
They told me to destroy it.
Yeah, but you were going to destroy it or throw it into a
They
bin
said
that
destroy this.
Oh. I could never destroy video games.
Yeah, it was tough for me. So I gave it home, but I never played it, unfortunately. So and I always heard great stuff about TellTale and everything. Yeah. I've heard some stuff about the engine being a little outdated, so I wasn't sure. But I tried. I had a fun time. The first episode, it was pretty good. Some good storylines going on. I'm excited. The whole choose your own adventure. I've always liked that. I think it goes back to like me liking that Night Old Republic and why I think I'm officially gonna get into Witcher this fall. Is I think it's all the way back to Goosebumps. They used to have these choose your own adventure books as a kid, and those were the best. So I think that's where my love of RPG and role playing games have come from.
Flip to page 73.
Yeah, exactly. And then you die, and you're like, oh no, I was gonna go the other way anyways. I just wanted to see, but yeah. So no, it's lots of fun. Ends in a good cliffhanger. It's like I said, this is old, so I'm sure people that want to play it. But if you're on the fence, I'd play it regardless. If you're a Batman fan, you definitely need to play it. And yeah, I thought about just buying the first episode, but I'm like, I'd like to play through it all. And I bought it, and it's one of those that when I finished the first chapter, I'm like, okay, I didn't feel like, I was just talking to Dylan offcast, but like Metal Gear Ground Zeroes, I was like, oh, that was a regret. I wouldn't have played for that. But this was, even though I only played one episode so far, I was like, yeah, I like what's happening here. So shout out to that. Really good.
How much was it? Sorry?
I think it was $30 for us. It was like 25 in America, 25. But yeah, $30, and it's Batman. I'm gonna play anything Batman. So, and like I said, it felt like got my money's worth. You got Harvey Dent in there, Catwoman's in there, Penguin's in there,
cool,
Maroni. So yeah.
Oh, one more thing I just remembered. Nuka World comes out the 30th, August 30th.
I'm gonna wait for reviews, but I might buy that depending on the price, just because the concept sounds good. But I'm gonna wait because I know you get it, so I'll probably wait. Plug for whenever we do a new news class and a different newscast. Hopefully now we'll begin back to doing newscasts a bit more often.
I think usually in September stuff kind of picks up again.
Yeah.
But they released a little map, a little guidebook, I guess, for the park as if you were going there or something. Cool. And it looks really cool. It's a cool little graphic, and you can check out there's 5 different areas. I think there's Safari Land, Galaxy World, Nuka. I don't know, all sorts of different things. So cool. I'm pretty stoked for that. I'll let the people know how it is because I have the season's pass, so I'll get it day one.
The geeks out there.
The geek people.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, if you're interested in it, check out the map. It's really cool. It has 30 different attractions, and it's pretty fun to look at, go through. So
that thing was the
little
best.
Flyer.
Going to Disneyland, so cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Taylor,
take us.
Oh boy.
Take us. I don't know.
What time is it? Taylor?
Oh my gosh, what time is it?
Well, when the clock doesn't strike 9, it's Taylor time.
I hope there's somebody who listens to this all at night and they're all like, "Fuck this guy." I don't think you've ever clarified if it's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m. To be honest.
Well, it's not 9 a.m. or p.m. right now, so it's Taylor time.
No, okay.
If you're listening to this,
we very rarely record at 9.
Yeah, I don't think we've
at all.
I think we've only done 2 times, and that was for E3 and for our Star Wars commentary tracks. We record those early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Check those
Maybe
out.
Netflix and fail.
Early?
9 p.m.
Oh, you're talking about 9. I think you're talking about 9 a.m. Yeah. See, we're all over the map, yeah.
The clock is strange in Canada. It just goes in random directions.
Oh, are you saying right at 9 p.m. or after 9 p.m.?
Dude, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Okay, because after 9 p.m. we've probably done... I honestly think most of our movie reviews are at 9 p.m. because all our movies are at like 7 that
That's
we see,
true.
Right? So
actually, yeah.
majority... So you shouldn't even be on any movie reviews because it's past 9 p.m.
No, because Taylor time is reserved for news, not for...
Yeah, it's news only.
I don't think we've ever done news that late. I don't know. We'd have to look through the myths.
It'd have to be some pretty spicy news.
Oh,
the day Nintendo releases content
that
ends at 9 o'clock and we have to record right after you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Taylor. Now, to give a little backstory before you start, you should either go listen to Along the Geek Tower or our bloopers year-end extravaganza episode because this was last year Gamescom when Taylor covered it. I'm definitely not hyping it because it will not be the same because they lack of news, but that's where the Taylor Xbox rant came from. I remember that.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because you were just like, oh yeah, people that are Assassin's Creed fans, Microsoft fans, need to go check out Tomb Raider.
Oh,
you were just like, everything was just like the greatest, and so check that out.
Yeah,
it's one of the highlights of the
It was a good
year
day,
1 of GeekVerse.
A good day to be an Xbox fan.
Yeah.
Microsoft fanboy.
What do you got? Because you've had this page of notes for a week. Even though I'd say, hey, we're not doing a newscast, you bring it just in
I
case.
did bring it.
For a rainy day.
It's better be some good news.
But I'm gonna start off with news that
He's
I
even got
to put on here.
some colored printed paper.
I do. That's show the fans and you guys afterwards. It's pretty hot.
Can the podcast people find this? Where?
Nowhere.
They can find it on our page.
It was sent directly to Taylor.
I may repost it because that was a good few
on our
months
Facebook
ago.
page, I imagine he's assuming.
Yeah, it was a few months ago I put it up on our Facebook and on our website.
He posts a bit more gaming news. I'm kind of the movie guy, on Twitter, so I don't got no time for you Pokemon geeks.
Marvel related. It's usually Travis that's posted it on Facebook.
I think I post anything movie related. Yeah, because all my Twitter feed is just that. But what is your news? Let's get into it.
Okay, well I'm gonna start off the new Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. They released a short little cinematic for the new Zombies mode. And that's what attracts me to a Call of Duty game. So seeing it, you guys know. So seeing it, it's set up in like an 80s arcade kind of thing, like rollerblading kind of amusement park.
I heard about this.
And it just looks like a lot of fun. That's what I
Nuka
like.
World.
Like a Nuka World, yeah. When I want to play zombies, that's the kind of style I want to play, and that's what I was always drawn to in the other Call of Duty games. So to see it in this, where
you said that was the best part of the last game.
Hmm?
You said that was the best part of the last game for you.
You
gave the game a 7, or you gave the game like a 6.8, but you said the zombies part was the best part of the game.
Was 6 out of that 6.8.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the zombies experience is going to be top of the line and
top of the line.
Just make that go
you
to a 10.
Hope, yeah.
10 out of 10 for this Call of
Duty. Kirklin
Duty.
did say that he was thinking of buying this game.
Yeah, you won't get to hear any newscasts from Kirklin, but yeah, he said he will be.
He's gone.
Check out in 2 weeks, maybe,
We lost him.
Yeah,
that was sad.
Had to go,
tear brought to my eye.
You had to go sleep with the fishes for a little bit. No, but
An Aquaman.
Nope, on land.
On land. Yeah. So it looks like overall really, really a lot of fun. One of the characters, they have 4 characters. One guy who's like a punk ass kind of character, and this other guy who his catchphrase was like, "Join the dork side," and I just lost it. He was so clever. And then there's this girl, this
game just pulls on your heartstrings, doesn't it?
It does.
It's all the references that work for you.
Oh yeah, they have
It's Taylor time.
I want
if
that in the game.
Yeah, Lieutenant Taylor, and that's what he said.
I would lose a 10 out of 10 right there.
See you next week. It won't be boring.
But
I'm not making fun of it. It's great.
They've introduced a lot of. It looks like melee.
This week it won't be boring.
But
I'm not making fun of it. It's great.
They've introduced a lot of. It looks like melee weapons now into the zombies.
Nice,
they've always had melee weapons before, but
stop now. Before we continue,
take the time.
Why do you say melee?
I mean, like different. Like before, it's usually like the Bowie knife kind of thing.
No, I know.
He means physically the word.
Why do you say melee instead of melee?
Oh, I always said melee.
What?
M-E, and then I just say L-E-E, Lee.
Melee.
Melee.
Do you call? But you don't call it that, don't you?
Melee.
Melee. See now we're like, okay.
I say melee.
You know what, folks?
I say like M-A-Y-L-A-Y.
Melee, like that. Right?
Yeah.
Or that's how I say it.
Or melee.
I don't like melee.
No, that's what the announcer.
But look at me, Lee. That's how I say it.
Or Melee.
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 Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Melee.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure the announcer says Super Smash Brothers
Melee.
Oh, I guess he kind of does do a melee.
See?
He does melee. Okay, never mind. I take back what I said earlier.
We're going to shelve this conversation. On my phone, I have a list of topics for Rant, Rave, Repeat. We're going to revisit this. Yes. I have no fucking clue when this will happen. It's going to be from a year from now because all the amount of stuff we have recorded. But at some point, you want to subscribe to iTunes, YouTube, or SoundCloud. I'm not skipping to the end, so you can one day hear an episode about Melee/Melee.
Also, if you haven't heard of this game, it's pretty good. My favorite game of all time. 10 out of 10. Actually, 11 out of 10.
I put it on my top 10 as well, so that's 2 geeks. And I think Tyler would put it on his top 10 as well.
Yeah.
So that's 3 out of 6 I would top 10 it. That's like low on recommendation.
You don't see that very often, folks.
No. Continue on with your Melee news.
Well, some good new melee weapons.
Okay.
And overall, it looks like a great zombies experience. Looks like a lot of fun. You can like ride around certain amusement park rides while you're killing zombies and stuff. And I mean, it just looks like a lot of fun. So I'll definitely be picking that up.
All right. It definitely won't be, but I'm happy for you.
I'll snake your copy of COD 4 that you get with it.
COD 4?
Yeah.
You don't have an Xbox One though.
Well.
If you get one, I would buy you a Call of Duty Infinity Warfare.
Really?
Maybe. Actually, don't hold me to that. Yeah. That's quite expensive. It's like $100.
I thought he was going to say he'd buy you a console. I was like,
well, you know, with this Microsoft cross-play thing that they're doing, maybe I can play it on my PC.
Yeah, get on board, Sony.
What? Hey, they're getting to it.
You didn't let that joke hold at all. You just instantly started laughing at it.
There don't be no extra funds to pay their employees who want to leave, who are caged up, like, let us out, Microsoft hates us. They spray us with, like, have you ever seen Planet of the Apes and Charlton Heston, and he's like, it's a madhouse, and he's getting sprayed with the hose? That's what I hear happens to Microsoft employees.
It's true. Actually, that was filmed in the basement.
Yeah, where Sony's just giving them cupcakes and love and all that great stuff.
I wouldn't trust those cupcakes.
What?
I love
cupcakes full of love? That sounds
cakes?
Wrong. I don't like the sound of that at all.
It's better than a hose.
Better than torture.
Better than torture.
Okay, so I'm going to dive into my Pokemon news here.
Dive right in, like Aquaman.
It's very jumbled. But I'm going to start off with the new Alola forms that were released.
Yeah.
Now, have you been keeping up with all that? And
I saw the one video, but I don't know if they've been releasing more. I saw the one of, like, Sandslash and, like... Vulpix and
all great '90s bands that didn't make it.
The Palm Tree Executive.
That was very weird.
I like that one because of the memes that it's brought. It's pretty good.
The memes are pretty clever.
And then what other ones is there? Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the look, like the icy look for like Sandslash and Vulpix. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh gosh,
I'm not like I really like the Marowak one though. That one's really
the Marowak.
Really
sick. I quite enjoyed.
I like the executive one. Oh, the Raichu on the surfboard. His tail turns into a surfboard. It's dumb. I think that one's dumb.
Then there was one more. The Ninetales I actually quite liked. Who is the other one? Meowth is another one. He's kind of cool.
That one's not bad, yeah.
But apparently there is supposed to be...
So is that kind of like a Mega Evolution? Like, no. I don't really understand
Basically, it's like... You know who Rotom is? I don't know if this is a good example.
What does he look
Dennis
like
Rotom.
Or not Rotom. I'll do, you know, Ralts. You know how he...
I know Rotom better than I do Ralts.
Okay, we'll go with Rotom then. You know, Rotom can... It's the same Pokemon, but he can either look like the refrigerator or the dishwasher.
Yeah,
or the stove.
Pokemon, yeah.
So,
he's a ghost, and he takes over everyday appliances. So, microwave, fridges, vacuums, you name it.
Can't wait for that movie. Continue, please.
Better than the keychain Pokemon.
Oh, Klefki. Such a waste of space.
I agree.
Waste of a Pokemon.
Really on-the-nose name there.
Yeah.
But basically, it's kind of like that. So you could have multiple Rotoms being a dishwasher in a certain region, and you go to another region and see Rotoms being a fridge.
So Alola forms are going to be on like a certain island or something?
They're going to be on it's called Alola, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what the other name was. Went brain dead. But
that sounds about right.
Everywhere else you have your regular-looking Vulpix, and then you go to Alola, and you have...
Volpi, actually.
Volpi?
That's when you have multiple.
I did not know that. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to bring an egg and hatch it on Alola, then it would be hatched as a Alolan Volpi. or Vulpix. If you were to hatch it and then bring it over, it would still be an original Vulpix.
Yeah.
So it's just basically where you've hatched the egg, or basically what continent you're on, which I think is a really, really neat twist.
It's a cool way to mix up the old school Pokemon.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Apparently, there's also supposed to be Butterfree, Rattata, Abra, Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and also Growlithe are supposed to be getting Alolan forms. And they're kind of all rumors at this point, but they're coming out from this guy who is very, very reliable in the form of for content, because he's only
a Pokemon leaker.
With all the stuff he's put out, he's only gotten one thing wrong, and that is the type of one Pokemon that came out. And I will get into another thing he released was this picture here. So he put out this picture, and it was removed off the internet so very quick. But the interesting thing is, these are all...
hacked his way.
I did. So these are the pictures of the supposed final evolutions, right?
Yeah.
For the starters. I have to a little bit closer.
The fans. Get into the fans.
Just recently, they released a Alolan trailer which showed off the island captains. So one of the island captains, her name is Mallow.
Mallow?
Yes. And as you can see here, I circled a girl, and she has this little flower in her hair, and this is Mallow.
I see that. No one else sees it. But...
So as you can see, carrier settings update, not recording. Why is it not recording?
Technical difficulties.
For some reason it was not recording.
The whole time?
It's not recording.
Well, just an audio version of the day, folks.
Well, since you can't see, I will go into very in-depth.
Well, they
here.
can never see, to be honest.
I'm going to post this picture up again, but basically it shows the 3 final evolutions.
Damn.
Foiled again.
Sorry, YouTube listeners. No live stream today.
We tried.
So basically, in the new Alolan trailer, you get to see one of the gym captains. Her name is Mallow, and she has a very distinguishable flower in her hair. And then in this picture here, you can clearly see she looks. If you were to compare that to what she looks like in the trailer, it's identical. And this picture was like.
So you cracked the code.
I've cracked the code. I've gone.
So what does it mean? What does it mean, Taylor? What does it mean for the Pokemon fans?
These are the final evolutions for our 3 starters.
Yeah.
But the neat thing is, that I have written in here. Where is it? Sorry, I've got it all jumbled
Gripping
up.
podcasting, Taylor. How you doing tonight, folks? Or today? Check out all our great things.
All of the great things.
Ram and Repeat, Dynamic Duo, Geeks, Netflix and Fail. What are we going to be recording next for Netflix and Fail? We got to record a new episode.
We do.
Yeah.
Do we? 1st September?
Let us know, fans. Let us know.
I got it. Here we go. I'm back. So, this is quite possibly not the only final evolution of Pokemon.
What? A
So-
fourth evolution.
Not 4th evolution.
Ah!
It's basically, since Pokemon Moon is supposed to be in nighttime more so than daytime, and Pokemon Sun is going to be in daytime more than night, there's going to be a lot of Pokemon...
Right.
Sounds very right. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon that are going to have evolutions based on time of day now and such. And also, that goes for these guys. So it's kind of like when you evolve Charizard into Mega Charizard Y or X, but instead of it being that 4th evolution, it would be the 3rd evolution in a sense. So instead of evolving into this final form, they could evolve into a different final form. Okay. And I'm not sure if that'd be based on time of day or what. The guy that did leak a lot of this information, the one thing he did get wrong was that he said Ninetales was going to be a Fire Fairy, not Ice Fairy. That was the one little thing he got wrong. And Growlithe's evolution, which I'm very excited for, will be Water, which I think is a very, very neat twist. Water Dog, yeah. Growlithe is one of my favorite Pokemon. I love Arcanine, so I'm very excited to see what they do with that. I was very upset he didn't get a Mega Evolution form.
Well, maybe he will.
I don't know, because they haven't actually hinted or talked about Mega Evolution a lot at all.
Oh, yeah.
And in the new
they're
TV,
avoiding it for this.
I feel like they are avoiding it. I'm not sure what they're doing with that. But in the new TV show... I don't know if any of you have seen pictures or anything, but Ash has a Greninja. Do you know what the Greninja is?
He's in Smash.
He's in Smash.
Okay, good. So
Smash was Melee.
Super hidden character.
So Ash's Greninja can do something and what it's called is a phenomenon bond, and it's like another form of Mega Evolution, not like the games, but it's where his Greninja, it has like red facial details that appear on him, and he evolves into a big shuriken is on his back. He looks extremely badass, and he becomes more powerful, and it's extremely rare, but Ash and him, they have that bond so they can Mega Evolve further. It's a really, really cool evolution, and I'm pretty sure they're going to be doing that because I think any Pokemon has that ability. For the new game, though, that's coming out, the new games, Ash Greninja is what it's called. He is supposed to be moving into the next game with Ash in Sun and Moon. And then also other things like the SS Anne appears in the game, and Looker is back in there, and they're bringing a lot of other characters from the past games back into this new one, so it's going to have a very nostalgic kind of feeling.
Cool.
I feel in that way. Then they're also bringing out Z moves. And that was in one of the trailers. Did you kind of see that at all in one of the trailers?
I don't know. Remind me.
It's basically, you get crystals, you put the crystal as an item on a Pokemon with a type of move they know. So Charizard with Solar Beam, give him the Grass Crystal, and he can use the Grass Z move once during the battle. So it basically soups up one particular move for a Pokemon. It's kind of like...
Just for, like, one-time use?
Just for one-time use. So it's kind of like you can Mega Evolve one Pokemon once in battle. You can use the Z move once per battle on a certain Pokemon. And I see it as a cool way to counter next form of evolutions kind of thing for the games. If people are into that competitive kind of battles and such, then it'll be a great way to see how battles turn out. That should be it for the Pokemon news. Yeah.
Cool.
That's a
lot of hot leaks.
What's that?
A lot of hot leaks.
A lot of hot leaks.
And the game comes out in November... something, I believe, right?
I want to say the 18th.
November's going to be a hot month. Sonic 2, D-Strange.
Pokemon. I actually don't think... I think games-wise it's not going to be, though.
But isn't there, like, isn't, like, Call of Duty come out every November?
Yeah, you got that, but then, like, what else? Like you said, Dishonored.
Doesn't Battlefield come out at the same time?
Battlefield, but they're all, like, the usual suspects, you know? Like, I feel like there's not too
Dishonored 2 is no usual suspect.
I didn't say that.
You insinuated
I'm talking about that with the game, like, the shooters. I'm sorry, Tyler. I know you like Titanfall 2. I'm just not, like, I just don't see any hype.
He's not super hyped on it either.
Okay, I just don't see any hype.
Isn't Gears coming out around that time?
Yeah, I guess there's
That's
Gears,
like a usual suspect that we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, but even then, the hype is just like, I don't know.
So usual.
It just does not seem like that many amazing games. There seems like there's a lot more big games coming out in like February, which is strange, but like a huge amount. So like legitimately, there's only one game as of right now that I think I'm buying this holiday season. That's Mafia 3. Other than that, there's no games that's really like, oh man, like I feel like you have your one Dishonored, but other than Dishonored, is there one where you're like, oh, I can't wait to get that. I feel like everyone has like their one game, and that's about it. Where last year I had Metal Gear, I had Fallout,
it depends.
I had Mad Max.
Zelda probably isn't coming out until 2017, yeah?
Who knows?
And then
2018.
I mean, Pokemon...
But you don't even know if you're getting an NX, right? Or have you
I can play it on my Wii U.
But I thought you were going to sell your Wii U, or have you retorted that?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet.
I still wouldn't. I still wouldn't sell hardware. You never know. But I don't know.
That's a good point.
What else do you have for news, Taylor?
Well, I feel like I'd have to transition into some movie news.
Okay, let's do that. We're doing movie news, TV news, the silver screen news. So if you're just here for the game news,
silver screen.
Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, YouTube people. No live stream this weekend. I even got my hair all nice and everything like that, but oh well.
Me too.
I legitimately don't think it was something wrong with my phone. I legitimately think I just did not hit record.
Well, only one way to find out.
What?
Go back in time. Hit record.
Hang on 1 second. We're going to go back in time. No.
And we're back.
Yeah. I didn't hit record.
Did not
Somehow it's still Taylor time.
Well, it's like a little insider note. Like, I have a program where I control, like, the shots and the lows and whatnot, but we were going to do this as a pre-record YouTube one.
Yeah.
But that's where I think that's why I didn't hit record, because usually on my laptop I can see that's recording, right? It's like, oh, we're golden, but I don't think I ever did.
Well, Audacity's still going, so...
Audacity.
Are we sure?
Yeah, if not, then we're just calling
I can see it out of the corner of my eye.
What movie news do you have, Taylor?
Well, I got some movie news about Predator.
Okay.
Predator.
Tell us about Predator.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a prequel novel released for this movie. And I'm not one who reads a lot of the
when does the movie come out?
The movie comes out, if I remember, 2019.
Oh, all right.
Still a long way off.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I feel like it could. I feel like it still could be 2018, but I could be wrong.
It's one of those years. I can't remember which one.
One of those years.
Yeah, I don't think Shane. Yeah.
But basically, there's a novel coming out next year. The plot outline for its story, basically, it's going to rewrite certain things about the original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, and a lot of people are not happy about it.
Yeah, that's lame.
I am personally, only because I like that it's going to explain a little bit more about the Predator's culture. But the movie itself is still the movie still exists. It's like a behind the scenes that we didn't see in the movie. Mm-hmm. Very, very. I don't see it as being a huge significance, but I think it's a great way to change it.
I do, because my worry is that they're gonna like make him like it says 2018, so that's the plan. They're gonna make him some sort of sympathetic monster, or he's gonna be after these people for a reason or something.
Did you read what it was?
No.
No?
No.
What do you think? Like
that's how I feel like. I feel like it's gonna like tell about his culture, so you wouldn't just feel like he's just like a killing machine monster.
Oh well, it's not changing it in that sense.
Doesn't matter. No, but I'm saying all you know about him in the movie is he's just a killing machine. Where if you're like, oh, this guy has a family, you're like, oh, well, he's just not a killing machine.
Oh, we're not gonna learn about his family or anything.
Well, then
I don't want to learn about the family. I want to see him kill.
Then what
Fuck
is
his
it?
family.
Wow. Jesus.
So basically, the Predator that Arnold Schwarzenegger is fighting in the movie, it was one of two Predators.
I don't want to know his name either.
The Predator's name?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't learn their names.
Okay.
No.
So far, so good with this book.
The one in the tree, tied up.
Yeah. Check that out in a few weeks. Top 10 favorite characters.
So basically...
Why am I pointing the camera down?
There's no super predators like in that Robert Rodriguez one. It's regular original predators. But basically, the predator that landed on Earth in the original one with Arnold Schwarzenegger was a rogue predator. He was going there for unknown reasons, and he went there and he started killing off Arnold Schwarzenegger's team. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, this rogue predator was being tracked by another predator from their own different clan. And that predator went, killed the rogue predator, and then the team with Arnold Schwarzenegger, they only thought, they didn't know what they were dealing with. They mistaken that good predator or whatever for being the same one that was killing his men, and that's where the conflict happens. And that good predator engages them. So it's all this
one rogue predator.
Yeah, but that's lame. Like you said, he's the good predator. We don't need.
Well, he's not. He's not good.
Said he's the good predator.
Because that's what I was using to keep them two separated from Rogue and this other one. I was just trying to separate the two.
What is the mix-up? So when in the movie when they first see them, is it the rogue predator that they see first?
Now it would be the rogue one that they see first.
Okay, and then what? He gets killed halfway throughout the movie?
Halfway throughout some point, this other predator comes in and kills that rogue for whatever reason.
And then
I don't know.
Dutch at the end fights the non-rogue one?
The non-rogue one,
that's lame.
I like it because for some reason...
Because that defeats the whole purpose of the movie. It's like this whole... Predator is there the whole time, and it's all about the showdown between that Predator and Dutch, and now it's like, oh, but that Predator's gone, there's like another one. So it loses the whole, like...
I think that adds a nice comedic touch to it.
Yeah,
comedic.
And that's what I don't want in my Predator. Yeah, it's like this mix-up, like, oh, you're not the...
Why do they hate me so much?
But they don't know that, though. But
it doesn't matter now, I know that.
No, you know that.
Yeah, I'm not going to count that. It's like the prequels.
Don't read the book, then.
No, I'm not, like, they never happen. It's just like that's... Whose idea is it to write this book? Whose fucking idea is it? Like,
Black from the original.
It's probably a fanfic.
But is it like if it's fanfic? But it's fanfic.
Kirklin's fanfics.
Who needs? I think that was an off-cast conversation, so they don't know about that. Like who was like, oh, we really need to like flesh out the Predator from Predator. Like who? Like who? Like people get paid for this? Like why the fuck did you need to write this?
The book itself isn't... It's not rewriting about the original Predator movie. It's focusing on this prequel, but I think it's just going to have little mentions and nods about what happened in the original Predator.
But that's what I
it's
said.
not going back and like rewriting or anything.
No, but that's what I said. Who looked at the Predator movie and be like, man, we need to write a book that what happens before the Predator? Because that defeats the whole purpose of like this unknown entity that's in the jungle. We need to write.
What do you mean? Because it's not a prequel to Arnold Schwarzenegger's movie.
Well, technically it is.
No. It's a prequel to the new Predator movie coming out. That's what I meant.
Well, that's even more lame.
How?
Because now So wait a second. So this new movie that you mean the movie at some point they're going to see this rogue predator. It'll get killed and then...
Oh, no. Here, let me rephrase. So we have the 2019 Predator movie coming out.
Yes, 2018.
Okay, 2018. This novel is coming out as a prequel to that movie.
Okay.
And it's going to have certain descriptions and features in this novel, very minuscule, that are going to explain what happened about the original Predator.
But what do you mean what happened to the original Predator? He died.
Yeah, no, but it's going to talk about just briefly about that for some reason, because I guess they want to connect the two.
But still briefly about that in some reason. That's the same Predator that was rogue, and then there's a good one, right?
In the original Arnold Schwarzenegger one, yes.
That's lame. Whose idea was that?
I don't know whose idea was that. But
that just feels like they're just trying to write something for the sake of writing something. Like, oh, we want to write something about that Predator from the first one. I know, it was like a duplicate one. It's like, no, that's super lame.
I like it only in the sense because I feel like I never get to see enough Predator. I don't want to see a huge amount of it. I still want it to be kept a mystery, because that's why when I
But it's not now. Writing a book like this doesn't keep it a mystery.
No, I think it adds more. It adds more. For me, it adds more questions than answers.
But you said you like it to be a mystery. In the movie, why is the Predator on Earth?
Because he's hunting.
But you can just assume. You don't know why he's actually there, right? But now you have this whole backstory about he's a rogue predator. He ran away from home.
Yeah, but we don't.
But Travis, here's the thing, as Taylor just said. Not only does it answer questions, but it gives him more. You know, it goes more in depth.
More questions not needed. So you're for this?
I don't know. How many Predators movies is there? Just one?
4, 5. Counting Alien vs. Predator.
Well, how about just Predator movies?
3. Yeah.
Now 4 next year.
Okay.
Or 2 years.
And in those Predator movies, the only one that's really, again,
good?
It's more questions than answers.
Ooh,
the Predators movie,
like the Predators.
You get to see, or even Predator 2, you get to see a whole bunch of Predators on the ship. And that, for me, that was one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. I'm not going to lie, because you get to see...
I believe you.
You get to see all these Predators, and you get to see a bit more of what they're all about. Mm-hmm. And then in Predators, you don't really get to see much in that. But the thing I really liked in Alien vs. Predator 2 was you get to see a glimpse of their home planet, and you get to see the Predator take off. And that's the only most exciting thing I've ever seen in all these movies is that one scene of their home planet. And I would love to see
so nothing else has been exciting in these movies?
There's lots of other exciting things.
You said the only most exciting thing you've ever seen in these movies.
The only most exciting, but there's exciting. This was the most exciting.
Well, I feel like there can only be one most exciting.
There is. That is the most exciting. But there is
you don't have to say
regular
only
exciting.
Semantics.
Exciting and then
semantics.
Most exciting.
Well, folks,
rudimentary semantics.
I think I was wrong about there wouldn't be a rant. There wasn't a rant about Gamescom this year. It's about the fucking Predator book. What else is in this book? Because apparently there's a paragraph.
There's a couple chapters where they hang out with some aliens.
Great.
Yeah.
They all get drunk and they lose one of their friends before his wedding, and they gotta find them.
I think I've seen
and that's how they end up on Earth. That's the Predators movie.
Okay, well, I'll read off what they basically stated. 2 Predators are racing through space, one a rogue, the other in pursuit. Their conflict brings them to Earth, where the rogue launches the assault on Dutch, Arnold Schwarzenegger. As seen in the movie, the pursuing Predator arrives, stops the rogue, and an ironic twist, however, he is mistaken for the rogue and attacked by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
An ironic twist. How ironic. This plot point that I never even
It's better than a coincidence, okay?
What? It's the exact same. It is a coincidence, pretty much.
The prequel book...
and where's the rogue's body in the movie, then? Why don't they come across a dead predator at any point?
When predators die, they decompose. It's part of their
have to read
DNA.
the book to get you that answer. When I read the book, I will let you know. We will cast about it.
I wonder how girthy of a book this is going to be.
I'm hoping it's going to be a long,
couple hundred pages,
page book.
700,
I hope it takes you forever to read it, so I'm going to hear about it.
Pictures, maybe?
For me, I don't read the Predator books, but I want to read this one simply because there is books.
Yeah,
they have nothing to do with the movies. They're their own comic kind of thing or whatever.
Of course.
No, I am very much excited because I feel like there's not enough Predator content about their civilization and culture, and I love the Predator history and backstory, but at the same time, I don't want it to be all spoiled at once, and this book, for me, feels like it's not going to give too much away. But the movie, I'm just overall really pumped to see the movie. So that's my news.
See, and I think there's too much. That's your movie news.
That's my movie news.
Wow. Dylan, you got any movie news?
No, I don't think so.
No.
I just saw the trailer for Kubo.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty cool. I'm probably gonna go check that out when Tyler gets back.
Is that clay animation kind of looking one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that does look pretty cool. I like the beetle guy.
The Beetle guy.
Yeah, he looks.
Oh yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, is that him? Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So maybe we'll do a review of that in probably not for a couple weeks or something, but who knows?
No. Dude, I didn't mean like that.
Wow.
I meant like no, we probably won't for the next couple weeks. Did we want to talk about Sausage Party at all? Because I don't think we're gonna get a chance to review it. I wanted to do like a mini cast review, but I don't think we'll get everyone together by time, and I think it's gonna be old by time.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
I liked it. It was good. I think they used a bit like, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, it's a Rogan movie," but I think they used a bit too much like swearing and profanity.
Mm-hmm. What you were saying was they kind of just hammered it out right at the start, right?
Yeah, and I really wanted them to be like nice, happy food, and then go from there, and the swearing may progress. But right off the bat, it's just like, dick, shit, everything, and it's fine, but like it's not exactly what I was expecting. And plus, I just feel like instead of sometimes being a smart joke, it was just like another profanity.
Right.
But I still had lots of fun. I think it's like a solid like 7. I guess I'm skipping 2 because we won't do a whole review.
Yeah.
I think it's like a 7 for me. Had a good time. I'd probably watch it again, to be honest, with a few friends. Even alone, I liked it. There was some fun, lots of puns.
I would want to watch it again, like not in the theaters, just so I could like pause on certain scenes and just see, because there's a lot of little things hidden in the background, just little jokes and things.
Yeah.
Like there's this one scene with like some baba ganoush, and baba ganoush is just a dip that I'm just so fond of. It's just great with some, just some pita bread or some crackers or something. It's so good. But there's no respect for baba ganoush out there. So I loved when there was a can of baba ganoush. He was hanging out. I loved the part with Meatloaf. I thought that was really, really clever, really funny. It's just a fun experience. I don't know, rating wise, I'd probably just 8.5. I don't know. I mean, it's just a fun experience. It looks really
8.5. That's like an A.
Yeah, I mean it's obviously not because it has a thrilling story and amazing character development. It's just because it looked really nice. The visuals were really cool, and I thought it was funny. It had a lot of Paul Rudd and
James Franco.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I had like no idea they were in it.
Yeah.
Like I was wondering where James Franco was, but then apparently he was like the main stoner guy. Mm-hmm. No idea.
Yeah. IMDb, folks.
That's the place to be. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. I don't have much.
Good movie for the whole family,
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that. Definitely not that. I don't have much for news. Maybe next week this will play into one of our GeekVerse casts on YouTube. DC channel or DC All Access, they're called, whatever. They hit 1 million subscribers. So I think it's September 2nd. They're doing a day-long stream. So people are speculating that maybe there'll be some footage and some news and whatnot. So hopefully if there is, you'll hear from us. But yeah, so that was cool. I thought that's a cool thing. Check it out. I think it's on a Friday, so maybe if you don't work, if you got that off, check it out. Maybe it'll be some, some
spicy news.
Yeah, some tater talks. Yes.
Did you want to talk about the Adam West Batman animation?
No. I thought we did.
No, I'm pretty sure that was...
We did it. We will be on the top 10.
Top 10?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just quickly.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. That's all I'll say. I'm very excited, and we're definitely going to review it. I'm definitely one of the most anticipated movies of this year coming.
Wow,
because
cool.
It's Batman 66. It's lots of fun.
It's a classic.
And now they're making it like with that mindset. This is all the way back to Comic-Con. I was totally wrong about the Kong movie. It does take place in the 70s.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought I had heard that was present day, and I thought I was reassured that was present day, but that was a disclaimer on me. 1971. So, I was wrong.
How does that make you feel about the film? Are you more excited, less excited because of that? Doesn't matter?
A little less, to be honest.
Yeah?
Because
I wanted a different take or something?
Well, yeah, because they're going to lead up to Godzilla and King Kong, so obviously he's going to make it to present day at some point, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I would like to see go up against some more high-power weapons, but oh well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had 2 things, and I think that'll pretty much be it. I got no bread and butter this week. So this is old news. I just want to talk about this as Taylor's here. And so they announced a Division movie.
I know. I'm aware.
Why are they doing this?
Well,
when Assassin's Creed isn't even out and proven to be successful or anything like that. Like, it feels like they announced Watch Dogs and they announced that. Like, it feels like they're jumping on the bandwagon.
Watch Dogs movie?
Yeah, they announced that at E3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's in that long Ubisoft concert.
Oh, I don't remember that somehow.
Yeah. But, like, why shouldn't they? Even if they're planning on it, like, shouldn't they just wait and like keep their mouth shut until Assassin's Creed comes up? Because it's not like Warcraft really lit the world on fire. So.
I was paid to keep my mouth shut.
Oh, great. We're all paid off here, folks.
No,
I'm not.
You're not.
Unincorporated.
You're paid off by Bethesda, I think.
Nah.
I think so. No.
No, I don't know what their real plan is. They've announced several different movies that they're working on. I'm pretty sure Watch Dogs has a movie coming out. They've announced The Division. You said Watch Dogs?
Yeah.
Oh, that went over my head. I heard Division. That's what I was thinking about. They had another one. I can't remember.
Either way, why?
FIFA soccer.
FIFA soccer. Yeah.
Come with me.
I don't have a reason. I don't know why they're doing it. I think the fact that they have their own studio that they can work on movies with, so I guess they're thinking, why not? Let's just pump out these movies.
Why not?
Jake Gyllenhaal, I think, was casted for The Division, wasn't he?
Apparently he is, and Jessica Chastain.
You know, here's the thing with that. I could see. I mean, obviously, we haven't seen any sort of footage or anything, but it could be a movie that, you know, in the sense of like a Bond movie or like Bourne movie, people might not even know that it's like from a video game or something.
True. Assassin's Creed has that bit more out there, but that doesn't mean it'll be good.
I think if they tied Tom Clancy with the two, they know Tom Clancy. A lot of people have read his novels. He's a good author, so if you were to tie Tom Clancy's The Division with that, as you're releasing this movie, I think that might gain a little bit more popularity.
What did Tom Clancy have to do with this video game?
Well, he's just written all these novels like Hawks, and he's written N-War.
Did he write a
Rainbow Six
Division novel?
I don't know, but the fact that they call it Tom Clancy's A Division makes me assume that they are bringing this from one of his novels, because he's written quite a bit. He's got a lot. Splinter Cells, Ghost Recons, he's got a lot of them.
Quite a bit.
So, I mean, that's a name that you could, if you tie that in with this movie, a lot of people are going to know, because he's been around for a while. His novels they've aged quite well. I don't know. I guess they like Jake Gyllenhaal's performance in Prince of Persia, so they want to bring him on for their other Ubisoft.
He is a great actor. Not in that movie, but he is a great actor.
He's pretty good.
Very good.
I'd say great.
Yeah.
I look forward to his Division movie, though. I'm not gonna lie again. The cutscenes and stuff get me excited. I don't know exactly what it's gonna take place about or what it's gonna entail because it's such a big game.
I imagine the world ending, like it happens in that game.
I would hope so.
It's a classic plotline that I've heard a few times. So.
That's my thing is, I just don't understand what The Division is like. There's a virus, world goes to shit, and there's like these survivors, and like you change a few things here and there. Is it just not I Am Legend? Is it just not Escape from New York?
It's not that.
But how is it? But from the plot, how is it any different from any other apocalypse movie where there's a bunch of just ragtag teams around that are like trying?
From
to do
what
stuff?
I've understood, you are like you're all sleeper agents, right? When the world basically collapses, you are activated as a second wave of these secret agents.
So that you've been training your whole life, or no?
You've gone through a certain amount of training, and then you've been dispatched to live your own life. And then when the world falls apart, you go off and do your own thing. But the catch is, one of those agents...
American Ultra,
yeah. One of these agents, with the help of other people, created this virus. And they let it out on Black Friday. So the whole most of the first wave of agents ended up abandoning the government and went off and turned rogue. This virus is transmitted through currency, so that's why it was exchanged on Black Friday.
But once again, the only thing that's different is, like most apocalyptic movies, of how it becomes an apocalypse or the world ending. There's a specific reason that's different. But then once that's different, because they might even skip all of that. What's different about The Division opposed to other apocalyptic movies?
Well, the government is still functioning.
Okay.
It's just people and prisoners going rogue, but the government is still there and operational in New York City. And as an agent, you're trying to make it grow bigger and to keep it more stabilized. So I don't know how exactly I could see that transitioning into a movie. I could see it. They've put out little YouTube shorts as a YouTube series. I enjoy it as that, but as a full 2-hour-long movie, I don't know how they could do that.
I just don't know, like... With Assassin's Creed, I 100% get it. Watch Dogs, I get it, even though it's dumb, because Mr. Robot's out right now, so it's a stupid idea. Like, you can't, like, I don't know, just don't do that. You're just going to be compared.
Watch Dogs isn't even a popular video game.
Yeah, it's just like, they're just doing that. And Division, to me, it has its crowd, but it still has people that detract from it. It just feels too similar to stuff we've already had, so I just don't understand why. And this was in my notes from, like, weeks ago, and we didn't do newscast, so I just want to bring it up. I just feel like they should wait, even if they want to. I don't feel like it's like the Marvel or DC movies, when you have one successful superhero movie, like, you could do that, because, like Dylan says, I don't think people are going to know it's a video game movie, which kind of helps, but at the same time, it's like...
Well, even then, like, you know, you talk about, like, Warcraft and Assassin's Creed, those are games and series that have been around for so long and have garnered fans over the years and stuff like that, right? And it's like a unknown brand. Obviously, you know, me and you, Travis, we know what The Division is, even though we haven't played it.
Yeah.
But still, like, it hasn't been around that long. It came out, what, a year or two ago or something like that?
A year. Yeah, it came out last fall, right? Yeah, that was a big game for Ubisoft, so... Yeah, I just wanted to shout that out. Do you have anything else to add on that?
No, I got a little bit of TV show news I forgot to throw out there.
Okay. And then my last movie news, because we wanted to talk about it a while back, was the Dunkirk teaser. We saw that Squad, so a few weeks ago, almost a month now. I thought it was classic Nolan. It was great. It was intense. Showed you just enough to know what it's about. Obviously, it's a movie, a war movie about Dunkirk. Like, not just title, but like you can tell. And the shots were great. That shot of like the bodies covered with the sand, and then there's a shot of like all the guys on the brig, and obviously there's a plane or a bomber going over them. So just like Nolan's so good at painting images and putting you in the situation, kind of like what he's done with Interstellar and what he did with Inception, and Dark Knight to a lesser extent, because you see Batman, you're like, well, this is definitely not something I can relate to. But like with the other things, like he would use imagery to really get a point across of what his film could be about, but at the same time, you still usually win on being like, I have no idea what this movie's about. So I'm excited. I'm going to be there opening night. Nolan's my favorite director, so it looked fantastic. Yeah.
I pretty much just have to agree. It's it looks like you're talking about that scene with like those dudes hanging out in the boat and then the bombers, or presumably a bomber going over top. Like, it just looks terrifying, you know. Yeah, it looks terrifying. Except you'll have to watch the next time we watch it. I'll point out. Everyone's pointing out on Twitter that there's this one extra that does a really bad job in it. He's like off to the right, and he's like doing a blank face, and he looks, and he's kind of like smiling when everyone goes down, and when everyone like violently like ducks, he's just like slowly goes down. So I'll point it out next time, because now anytime I watch the teaser, I see him like, oh, sticks out like a sore thumb. But okay, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah. I'd like to see that too. That's quite funny.
After the cast, we'll watch it then.
Okay. Fear the Walking Dead.
I was asking you what you thought of Dunkirk.
oh, yeah, okay. Well, let's just go back in time there.
Again, for the second time.
Taylor time!
Marty!
So, I quite enjoyed the Dunkirk little teaser there. I definitely felt like it was just that silence, and then you could hear like the water, and then you hear that plane coming, and it immediately put me in their shoes, thinking this is like really quite terrifying. I can't imagine like being right where they are and looking. I have to look and see their expression, which is more scary than actually seeing that bomber going over them. And like the first couple of people that were in the front, I couldn't notice the other guy.
Oh yeah, you don't. I didn't notice him until someone pointed it out. Yeah.
It was the first people in the front. Their expression, like the one guy, he turns, and then the other people, they're obviously so in their own state of mind. But then the rest of them start to turn, and you really feel like, wow, these guys. You really feel for them, like what's going to happen. I'm assuming they die, which sucks.
Oh wow, spoilers!
Spoilers for Dunkirk.
Spoilers are.
So that's it for me.
All right, what is your TV news?
My TV news is, get this, Fear the Walking Dead, believe it or not.
Is that show still out there?
It is still out there, and their season 2 just picked up again after their month-long, however long break.
Hiatus,
yes.
That's the word.
That's what I was looking for. So it's basically continuing off. I didn't really... I mean, I watched the premiere. It was kind of cool.
So you felt... Oh, like this newest premiere? Okay, so you're still invested.
I'm still gonna watch it. Season 2, it's going on still right now, but I don't know. I didn't feel any huge difference from what I was watching before. It's kind of turning into a TV show. I don't mean to bash it or anything, but it's a TV show where I feel like I'm not gonna sit down and watch it anymore. I only do because I have nothing else to watch on a Sunday night at 6 o'clock, so I'm gonna sit down, have dinner, and watch it just to see some zombies or whatever. But
start watching some wrestling, man.
Wrestling.
You hit you up on Sundays.
There's not enough action in it.
That's another wrestling.
I will say, spoiler alert, they're
Another thing hacking wrestling gonna happen. Shout out to Finn Balor. Get well soon.
As a little spoiler alert, there was one scene where these two dogs got horribly eaten by the zombies.
That doesn't happen in wrestling.
I personally, I didn't enjoy seeing that on TV. I can get by without
disgusted right now.
Like,
I want to see it on TV. I want to see that when I'm on the internet and I'm searching that specifically.
Yeah, like if it's like animal cruelty videos, like share to show the support or whatever. Like I'll try watching it to support it, but. If it's on TV and I have to see these group of zombies eat these poor dogs just trying to find food.
Did they play Sarah McLachlan next to it?
No, they didn't.
Oh.
No, all you could hear was...
Oh, shit.
And it was horrible. Absolutely gross. My girlfriend was almost in tears watching this.
Oh, wow.
So that's even worse. I mean, I had to see two horrible things at once.
Well, now you guys know how I felt during Suicide Squad.
Yeah, Travis was in tears. Crying horribly, and there was Sarah McLachlan playing.
She came to our theater.
I was surprised that's the one song that wasn't in the movie. Did you have any other TV news?
I think that cuts it.
Mm-hmm.
That is it for me.
I think that was quick. I'm not sure what time are we sitting at there.
Just over an hour, 10 minutes?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Look at that. Yeah.
Wouldn't you know it?
As it happens when there's just three of us, you know? So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what's happening. This is coming out, and then I think we have a couple, like, random episodes dropping. I know Dylan, Kirklin, and I did a cast that might be dropping in a couple days. I think Saturday for sure will be our Nintendo casting, so if you weren't listening to an episode previously...
It was fun, really fun.
Yeah, if you weren't listening when we had the idea we're going to cast Nintendo if they were to make a bunch of movie franchises... But, like, with their games, obviously, but if they had to be live action, so that led to a lot of shenanigans, so I think that's happening Saturday. New episodes every Saturday.
Got some Fan Expo stuff that will be...
When are you going out there again?
I'm going next week. So after this cast airs,
okay,
I will be going out there, and Fan Expo should be pretty good.
Check out our Facebook. Taylor's going to probably do some Facebook Live stuff, some photos and whatnot, so, yeah. They can find us at GeekVerse Facebook. Or at GeekVerse Twitter.
Facebook.
I don't know, fuck.
In the search bar. Fuck! In the search bar, ladies and gentlemen.
In the search bar.
Children, all ages. You have to have that internet connection. You have to type in GeekVerse Space Podcast on Google, on your Facebook, and you will find it. It is awesome. It is updated with lots of movie stuff straight from Travis himself.
Like you said, go to the website. Most important, but you can go to Twitter at GeekVerseCast. You can find all our podcasts and shows, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, all on
social
Google
media.
And social media. Super tired. I don't know.
Travis is out of it right
I'm
now.
not legitimately sick.
That rant just took all your energy.
From better? No, I'm legitimately sick, so I'm excited. So and then I'm not sure after the Nintendo cast what we'll be doing. I know we have one.
We got some good shows coming up.
Yeah, we got lots of good stuff. So. Tune in all our old stuff. Do you have something to say?
I do have one quick thing.
Okay.
Say it.
Taylor was just like gunpoint.
Say it, don't spray
We
it.
have a huge Phil Geek Street episode coming up in a few weeks. It'll be next month. It is huge. There has been a huge drop of Assassin's Creed content. You've pointed out a couple things, which I appreciate. But tune in for that Geek Street. There'll be a lot of good content.
Yeah, cool. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody.
Thank you.
Yes, have a good day, night, morning, whenever.
See ya.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
See you next week. Promise it won't be boring.
It was a long outro. It was very long.
Yeah, it was. Made up for our lack of news. I'm so mad about the YouTube thing. I legitimately don't think I can record because I'm just not used to not having the laptop and looking at. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know what we're calling this episode. Truthfully, I'm the ultimate Travis Snail.
I'm the magnificent Delmas. I think Taylor's used that actually, but that's the first thing to pop in my head. So.
I'm the average Kirklin Patrick.
Hey, someone's got to do it, man.
Someone's got to be average. Otherwise, everyone would be average.
Anyways, the reason this is a weird one is because I'm not sure, at some point when you hear this could be a solo episode, it could be tacked on to something, but if not, it is just a three-way solo venture between myself, Dylan, and Kirklin. Months ago, we started playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Kirklin and I played it as youngins. We got Dylan into it. Had a month of playing it continually. We still got to finish those campaigns. I desperately want to, but so we had a month, coming over late nights playing it and whatnot. When we were recording this, they re-released Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2 for PS4 and Xbox One and PC, so it's on Steam as well. So if you want to try it out, you can go out there, purchase it, play it. $60, maybe a little too much, but what you gonna do? Activision.
Yeah, 2 games, I guess.
Yeah, no DLC,
Yeah, that's the weird part. Like, and they're probably not gonna let you buy it. Like,
well, I hope that'll even make me more mad. I can't remember at the time of this recording. I think people said that the second game has DLC, but the first one doesn't. And like for me, it's kind of annoying because some of the second people DLC, like in the second game, is like Black Panther, and it's like he's in the first game, so it's like people I could play as in the first game. So it's like missing out on that. But what we're doing here today is we want it. I watched Twitter; lots of people want it, and I think with this is kind of a telling thing that maybe they're gonna re-release it. You know, like I think it's like, if it sells well, that's why I do want people to buy it.
Yeah, well, it's because of like. I mean, the X-Men movies, I guess, have been popular for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and then Marvel is just popping off with so many different characters and series. So it's like, where's number 3? Because do we know when number 2 came out? It's been a while, at least.
I'm thinking like, well, let me pull up the stats right here. Oh, that's my phone, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, is that the first time you haven't silenced it?
I think that's the very
Oh
first
my
time.
gosh, first time for everything.
It's fellow dynamic duo Kyle. I'm not going to read it, but Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. Come on now.
Because it was definitely 360 era kind of game, right?
Yeah, I guess the first one actually was on PS2 and Xbox. I didn't know that. It came out 2009, so it's been 7 years. That's not too bad. It felt like a lot longer. The first one feels longer because you can tell the first one's a lot.
Oh yeah, it's definitely dated.
Oh yeah, and that's why I think like we've said this on other casts and like personal life that I think it is the right time. I think it's fun with the amount of like jump gaming's made. I think it would be lots of fun, and like you just said, like all the movies. This is the time to do it. Like huge crossovers are like the thing right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and limit it down to 30 people or 30 heroes that could be on the roster.
The dream roster.
The dream roster. Yeah, our dream roster of who we want to see. So yeah, I guess we start. Does anyone have any ones to throw out? I'll be numbering along so you can list them off at the end.
Well, I think there's some obvious ones.
I think Spider-Man is your go-to.
Yeah. Spider-Man, of course. Throw Iron Man in there, of course.
Wolverine as well.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I want to talk about with Wolverine and X-Men.
Situation.
Is like, so let's say we don't know who could be making this game because this game is, as of recording, fake right now.
It's a fan.
Unless
it's probably a twinkle in some developer's eye right now.
Yeah, or unless it was announced and that's the reason.
Bethesda, man, open world. Oh, that'd be great.
Or it's been announced and that's why this cast is out. But let's say, as of right now, what route do we want to take? Do we want to take the route that it is like the old days where it's like, oh, they just released a game with a bunch of people? Or is it like a Disney Marvel-centric thing? Because when Disney and Marvel-centric did it, Infinity had no Fantastic Four, no X-Men. They just did what their film rights were. Well, so do X-Men get to be in this game?
For me, I would be down to drop the Fantastic Four. Just because, like, I don't think you really need any of them, right? Like, I think
you need the Thing. Unless
I don't really, because he could just be the Hulk. Very similar character in terms of, like,
big
buff
She-Hulk
character.
in there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I think we need, like, at least, like, 3 to 5, like, big guys. You know, like, they always have those people in there.
I know,
like
but I don't think we need
I don't think we need, I
because
agree with
personally,
you,
when I hop in, and there's, like, in the games, there's Venom, Hulk, I guess Colossus is one of them, too.
Luke Cage,
not, like, my first pick is never the Thing.
Yeah.
he's cool and all, but, like...
Would the Fantastic Four be a good DLC pack?
They would be a perfect DLC pack.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't think... Because I'm already thinking that 3 is, like, not going to be nearly enough.
No, but...
so I'm down to cut Fantastic Four right away.
We're doing this because the first game, not including DLC, had 32, and the second game, I think, had 27, 28. So that's why we thought, like, leave it at 30.
Okay, that's fair.
And I imagine they'd do more, but, like, this cast isn't fun if we could just,
those
like,
numbers are without DLC, right?
Without DLC.
Yeah,
so that's where, like, a Thing, and then, like, I'm fine. Like, Kirklin, how do you feel about Fantastic Four?
The way I see it is you have to put all 4 in, right? So
yeah,
that's
you can't
already 4 people off your list.
But hang on, here's one thing. As a comic reader, they've split them up, and the Thing is now part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, but if you're going to put it in the game... It's almost obligatory to put all 4.
You can't just have the Fantastic Thing. It's the Fantastic Four.
Exactly. Plus, like, there's if you have a full team in the games, that's like a relevant team, like the Fantastic Four, you get a bonus. So you would need to put all 4.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see how the list is going.
Yeah,
but for right now, I think we I think they're bottom priority.
Yeah.
Okay,
I agree with you.
You're feeling the same?
Yeah.
Okay.
You made a good point.
Yeah,
Plus, Sue Storm in the game is really lame.
I feel the same. The only thing I do as far as like the rights are a thing, but you are gonna have some fans that would be mad at that. I wouldn't, because I've always said I'm not the hugest Fantastic Four fan. I like them, but like they've never been the be all end all. So yeah, we'll put them aside, burn for now. So I think before we get the main suspects, maybe let's put the X-Men aside and come back to them.
Yeah,
because there's a few like
obviously Wolverine will be on there, but just like drop.
Yeah, Cap. I think Captain America. That's an obvious one. Like there's no ifs, and or but. Like
definitely the Hulk as well.
The Hulk, yeah. You know,
those guys are on the cover.
Yeah,
those guys have to be there.
Thor.
Yeah, I think Thor is definitely an interesting character.
Yeah.
And like he's one of the, and I'm thinking too, like let's say this is Marvel Disney making it, they're going with their like flagship ones, you know, and this is where
here's the thing, because in the games, Black Widow is a very relevant character in the story and stuff, but is she a character that you'd want to play as?
But I didn't never want to play with Nick Fury, but they put him in there.
Nick Fury, definitely not.
No.
I think he's perfect to have in the game as like a driving the story along and stuff, but I don't think you need him as a playable
NPC.
character.
He's a good NPC.
He's a perfect NPC.
But he was in both games, and if you put in Black Widow, to me that means you put in Hawkeye, and if you put in those two, isn't it kind of the Fantastic Four thing? They're the S.H.I.E.L.D. sort of people. Because I'm thinking not only from what we like, from like the main, like imagine them throwing Sam Jackson on a cover. I think that's something they'd want to do. Obviously, he'll be in like computer animated.
Okay, you're right. If they did get Sam Jackson as like, the voice and stuff, like that would make it better.
I'm not saying put him in yet, but I think we can't shove him aside yet. Because don't you agree that's kind of a threesome that are kind of together? Black Widow, Hawkeye, and Nick Fury. Like, isn't it kind of weird if one of them or two making the game and not all three? And Nick Fury has been playable already twice.
I think Nick Fury is, no matter what, going to be in the game. But I don't think he needs to be a playable character, right? He is the perfect NPC, as Kirklin said. He's the perfect NPC.
Yeah.
He could be at home base. He could give you your missions. You don't need to play as him. So I think you. I don't know. Well, you seem to have a different opinion.
No,
would you want those three? If they're a package deal to you, would you want all three of them?
As a DLC or just in the game?
Just in the game.
I'd want 2 out of the 3. I think Black Widow, you should be in there because she's a mainstay in the movies right now.
Yeah.
People big. I think we should try at least make sure there's at least 5, maybe 10 females.
Yeah.
Because to be honest, the Ultimate Alliance games are pretty low on the females. You know, like they're very male centric. So I think we should have that as a goal. So I think Black Widow, for more than enough reasons, are in there. Hawkeye. I think Hawkeye goes in there too because I think anybody in that first event.
I think Hawkeye is pretty unique, like in terms of like what his moveset would be.
Has bow and arrow,
his costumes too.
Yeah,
and I think people like him now after. What was
Ultron.
the movie? Ultron was the one where he like got some solid character development. So I would like to see Hawkeye in there personally.
Yeah. Are we agreeing with Hawkeye?
Yeah, I agree as well.
And you put Black Widow down?
I did. I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that's a good pick. I think. So we're
Nick Fury, maybe we got some thoughts for you, but you're benched for now.
Yeah. I'm putting them at the bottom, the comeback people. So
the comeback kids.
Yeah, because
the other one we have to put in here is Scarlet Witch.
Well,
because she's super cool, and another female. There you go.
But if we put in Scarlet Witch, does Quicksilver also go in?
No.
I had Quicksilver on my list.
Now because this is the thing.
The only thing for me, Quicksilver is like a. Imagine like how he would fit into with the rest of the cast, right? It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I'll point out his fighting kit might be a little tricky to develop and stuff since he just runs around and stuff. But I just thought he'd be a really cool character.
In Lego Batman 3, they make Flash be able to run faster than everybody while everyone's playing. And the thing is, with this game, it is that kind of thing where it's contained to the camera, right? So he could not. It wouldn't be like him running out of the screen getting warped back. So I think there's a possibility. I think if you put her in, though, he has to go in. I think that's that package thing, you know? They're brothers and sisters.
All right, well, if we put both those in, how many is that? What number is that?
We're almost at 10. So I say which is a good one. Or we put Quicksilver down the bottom for later?
Put him in like maybe, put him in maybes for now.
Even though I feel like you kind of need him, but we'll see.
So who else from like the Marvel movies? Ant-Man, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about like Ant-Man being a playable character. I mean, I would like that, but like I don't know if he is up there in the priority, you know?
But
just because I feel like his moveset would also be kind of tricky.
Well, I feel like to make this harder now thinking about it, I think because of Paul Rudd, well, I guess we already put them aside, but I think it might be better to take out the X-Men. Even though I want a lot of them in there, like Deadpool and Wolverine. If this is like a Disney Marvel-based game, they probably won't be in there. They've killed them off. They're starting to kill them off in the comics, and there's a rule in the comics, like legitimately, you're not allowed to make a new mutant because the film, they get the rights to the mutant automatically, so they make like Inhumans. So I'm still putting that at the bottom, but that's where if we decide that X-Men is not included, I think Ant-Man, other than the mechanics, I think is a good idea. Like if they can pull it off, I think it'd be lots of fun to shrink down and have the superpower. Like I don't know how they would do it. I'm trying to think of a game where like anybody that's shrunken down, like I guess they. But once again, they could do it in Lego.
Ant-Man could be like
it worked.
Ant-Man could have like a kind of a more of a basic moveset, like kind of Black Widow. I feel like would kind of have it just more, you know, brawling sort of character. But then maybe he could have like a special level or something where you're like shrunk down and you're like going.
Well, he could have attacks, though. Like, his special attacks could be, like, a bunch of ants crawling on the people, right? And the bad guys are, like, trying to get the ants off them, like, stuff like that. Or, like, a attack where, like, you know, when he's small, he's 10 times stronger. It could just be, like, he shrinks and jumps up and punches the guy. Like, it's, like, an uppercut, but he does it while he's small.
He could actually be a really good combo fighter with, like, other characters.
Yeah, like, he could do something when you do, like, if they brought the fusion back where there's team-up. So I think he's worthy.
Yeah.
I think he's in there.
Okay.
I think so. You got Paul Rudd, you know.
I think, definitely. If you get the Paul Rudd voice acting in there, prime. So who else is there? I think everyone loves Black Panther right now.
Black Panther for sure would be.
His attacking, he could have a really sick moveset for sure.
Yeah. So see now we have the top 10, and out of those top 10, there's only 2 females. I'm trying to think of more females. But
well, Marvel's kind of low on those. I feel like.
Kind of low on those, just
at least
general.
in the movies, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just kind of Scarlet Witch and Black Widow, really. Well, I guess we have Captain Marvel.
Well, Captain Marvel for sure would be in there because she was in the first 2 games,
and she was really cool. In the
so I think Captain Marvel's a good one.
Plus, she's gonna have her movie coming out.
The other one, which this would take up, the movie come out. The other one that's gonna take up 4 slots, but I think it's worth talking about is Guardians. Have you seen Guardians yet?
I haven't yet.
I'm surprised, but like
5 slots.
Oh, yeah.
And that'd be a woman, like Gamora there.
No, I know. So, like, 5 slots.
I think we need to put the Guardians in. Because Groot, I think they all have, like, unique, cool movesets, you know?
Because you got a raccoon who easily just uses a gun. You got a tree who'd be your power guy, remember?
Yeah.
We talked about you need some power guys.
Thinking about the long con here, if we have, like, 20 or so of, like, the Marvel movie characters, and then, like, 10-ish X-Men or something, I think that would be, like, a solid ratio.
Maybe, but then the problem is you got to make room for some villains too. I think.
Oh.
Because if we're not talking
everyone
DLC,
wants to play villains.
Yeah, if we're not talking DLC,
villains. I forgot.
We'll take that out and say they go. Oh, we're not making any DLC. We're just making these 40. Let's see, Gamora.
That's the hard part. If you have Guardians, 5. Darn. Well, Groot / Rocky could be like a combo character. Like Rocky could just like be on Groot and stuff, and they'd have like sick combo attacks and stuff.
But that's never been done before.
Yeah, but it could be. It's done in the movies and stuff.
We could do that if it comes down to it.
I think if it comes down to it.
Combine some characters.
So yeah, right now we have 13 slots left. So I'm thinking, I think Loki's a for sure. I think you got the Lokester in there because they're one of their main guys. Kirklin, who was on your list?
A lot of them are X-Men guys.
I know, that's where who did you have as far as X-Men?
Well, like Magneto and stuff, those guys. Some newer ones I had. Are we just talking about females, or does it not matter?
No matter. I was just wondering your list.
I had Winter Soldier in there. Bucky Barnes.
I think he'd have to go in there. He has a movie after him.
He does.
And they do like to put in a lot of normal people characters.
I think we should kick Black Widow out.
No, she has to stay over that. So I think Winter Soldier to me I think that's a prime one.
Another good villain I had was Sandman from Spider-Man.
Oh yeah,
I think he'd be a cool, unique character.
Spider-Man has a lot of cool villains.
That's the problem. Which ones do you pick? Because obviously they've had 2 before. They've had Venom and Goblin.
Yeah.
I think Venom's a for sure one. I think. Honestly, there's part of me that would and you have Carnage. Part of me that would really like to play as Doc Ock. I think that could be some cool.
That'd be really cool, actually.
Okay, I think we should make a separate list right now of just like the essential X-Men characters.
Okay, so I'll put them at the bottom.
And just see how many we can get down to.
Okay, because
I think some I feel like Jean Grey,
I had
although
Jean Grey
cool,
on there too.
I don't know like how that would work in a game format.
But she was in both games, remember?
Was she?
Yeah, she was in the first and the second. The first one she was DLC, but the second one you could unlock her.
We haven't played as her yet.
I didn't know she was in the first.
I thought she was. Oh, maybe she's not. No, maybe. Okay, I'm wrong. Maybe. Oh, because it's Nightcrawler and Scott. She's in the second one, though. She's for sure in the second one, that I know. So, she has been there before. She has, like, the telekinesis. She's another female, which we do need.
I had Vision on there, too.
Oh, well. I think Vision would make it. He's in the Avengers. He's all. I think almost anybody in Civil War kind of makes it, you know? Cause
they really do.
Yeah, so I think Vision. So we got Vision. So we got one.
Everyone except for, I don't think we need War Machine.
No, because he's like
Iron
skin.
Man, number 2.
But he had a skin.
Yeah,
right.
but
he definitely
then,
deserves like an Iron Man skin for sure.
But then if we're saying that, I think you kind of have to put in Falcon. And I'm not a big fan of that, but we're thinking strategically.
I know. I think Falcon would work as like a good NPC kind of character, guiding you along. Like, hey, I've scouted out this area. You guys go take these.
But
guys
he wouldn't be a playable character.
I don't think he would need to be. Personally,
how do you feel about Falcon?
I don't know. He's kind of lame.
Yeah, I mean, the movie.
I don't think he's that lame, but
better,
I think he'd be a good like side character.
Yeah.
That's like in the game, but just not a playable
NPC.
character.
Is that what you mean?
Exactly.
Good NPC character.
For the
NPC.
I had 4 for like the main, even though I know there's like more. But
X-Men?
like, yeah. So there was obviously you got Wolverine.
Yeah.
You got
Cyclops.
You got no, I didn't even put Cyclops. I put Magneto.
I had Beast on my list. I always thought Beast would be really cool.
Because this is the problem I find. Because how this franchise started was with X-Men Legends 1 and 2, and then they did Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and that's one thing I will throw out for making this game. And I never complain, but a lot of people complain that there's always too many X-Men people because there is so many X-Men, right?
Oh,
and
there
like
is.
you got Storm, you got Gambit, Magneto, Jean Grey, Scott, like you said, Beast.
I think you have to put Deadpool in here.
But then but if you put Deadpool, then they have no excuse not to put the rest of the X-Men because they don't own the film rights to him.
I'd put Deadpool just because he has like his own movie that came out.
Yeah,
not too recently.
And that was incredibly popular.
Yeah,
but a rated R non-Disney movie though.
That's a good point as well.
But then, like I said, because if they put him in, what is their answer for, hey, why isn't the rest, like, some other more X-Men in there? And if other X-Men go in there, that would take up the next of our
There could be a solid X-Men DLC pack that gives you more. We just need the essentials.
Well, then...
Now, it's hard to decide who those essentials really are, isn't it?
I think, again, we come back to the X-Men. We keep doing this, but, like, we gotta work in, like, more villains.
We gotta put them on the back burner.
Yeah, we only have one villain so far. I think
we're already at 30, aren't we?
No. We're at 19, so we got 11 left.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think we're doing good.
I honestly think, well, I guess Winter Soldier, he kind of doubles as a good guy, bad guy. So you could kind of say, I feel like you need like 5 villains. People like to get their villainy on. You got Loki.
Yeah.
You got...
I think Spider-Man villains are really good. Like, throw Green Goblin in there, Sandman, Venom.
I think Venom. I think 3 is too much, though. I think we can only allow 2 Spider-Man. Because then it's like the X-Men-itis. I feel like you could do Spider-Man... Like, I think Venom
who are some other good, like, villains from, like, the Marvel movies? I can't remember all of them.
There's not many in the movies they don't do very well. There's Red Skull. He's alright. He's in the first Captain America. I'm not sure if you've seen that one.
I have, but I don't remember.
I have too. I don't remember.
I'm trying to think of all the movies they've done now. They had, like, Whiplash. But, like, all the villains for them have been, like, the crappier villains. Like
also,
Ultron.
you need to put Doctor Strange in there.
Doctor Strange, yeah.
Doctor Doom, the one person from Fantastic Four. They don't have the heroes, but
actually,
I
actually think that'd be fun.
We can't put in Doom if we're not...
And Silver Surfer. Get rid of
No, we can't put in those two.
I think so.
Silver
Surfer is sick in the game.
So I put in Strange, and I put in Venom, because I think Venom's the go-to Spider-Man
Mads Mikkelsen's character.
You put... No, I can't even know his name.
Yes, let's do it.
So we got 10... We got 7 more slots, or 9, 8 more slots.
What X-Men do we have in there now?
I didn't put any in. I just put them at the bottom of the thinking.
Wait, so you're not counting them in that overall number?
No, not yet.
Oh, shnikes.
No, not yet, because I
thought we were 19 with the X-Men in there.
No. That's what I mean. No, like I haven't even had them in the boss. So that's what I mean. Like if you add X-Men, they pretty much take over the rest of the game. So that's what I'm saying. You take them out, it makes sense film-wise. Hey, it'd be great because then if let's say it's these 30 and they do the X-Men thing, then they can just add 10 more, you know? That would be the 40. I think that's what we should say is we should stick to these 30 Marvel, and if they did 40, you put in the X-Men and like Doom and all them, you know? But with these 30, you gotta keep it Marvel, and I think we gotta add, we have 2 villains, maybe 3 if we count Winter Soldier. And like we said Goblin, we said Sandman, there's Spider-Man ones. I'm trying to look down the list. Hulk
Did
is...
you say Venom?
Yeah, I put Venom in there because I think he's the go-to.
Well, what's it, the big bad purple guy in Guardians and the other ones called?
Oh, Thanos?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thanos, I think for sure.
Because he's kind of like the overarching villain of the whole series so far.
No, that's a good pick. He's going to get his own 2 movies, Infinity War and everything like that. Okay, so we got 3 to 4.
What's his name? Ronan is in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's kind of... I don't think he deserves a slot.
I
think he'd be in the game as a boss, but like not.
And that's what we can't do. Like we can do with some of them, but I think like Thanos is huge, and you'll want to play as him. But so we got 7 more, and we have 3 villains. I'm trying to think of like 2 more.
Is there any female villains? That's 2 in 1. Is there actually? I can't think of a single.
No, they wanted to in Iron Man 3, and for some reason, I guess the rumor was Marvel.
Who are the villains from Iron Man again? The Iron Man movies.
There's Ironmonger, who is the older gentleman in the first Iron Man. There is Whiplash, who is Mickey Rourke. He has a bird. And then the third one is the Mandarin, but in the movies he wasn't done the way that people think he is, but he is like this ancient kind of guy with like 10 rings. Mm-hmm. But then I'm trying to think how many villains actually were in the first game, non-download.
There was Doom. What was Dr. Doom in the first?
No, he was downloadable.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
They had Bulldozer.
But not as to play.
Oh,
yeah. No, I mean just.
I was just thinking of those 2 guys. Oh, good memories.
I'm trying to. Let me look. I'm gonna pull up and see how many villains there actually was just to, like, play, because I know one of the DLCs was they put out like the quote unquote villains pack, and that brought in like Sabretooth and everything like that. But let's see here. Oh yeah, that's tough.
What?
Forgot about the Netflix characters.
Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta put that. Okay, X-Men are getting shafted. Get them out of here.
So Daredevil.
Yeah, I actually had Bullseye on my list, but I don't know if. What do you be? Because he'd be. I feel like he'd play similar to like
Hawkeye. Yeah, throwing stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of tough.
It'd be cool, but
I think Elektra. She was in the first game, and she's in the Daredevil show.
She was in every single cutscene too. So you know that they love her.
She was.
Oh yeah, she was. Her and Storm.
Yeah.
Do we? Let's see. I'm trying to look. There was. I think
Iron Fist is really cool.
There wasn't actually. Wow, that's strange. Okay, so maybe we'll just give the fans a bonus and keep Venom and Loki in there and Thanos, because in the original game there was no villains until the DLC. So
How about the second one?
What?
I'm trying to remember.
I know Venom was in there, and I know what was it? What's his name? Green Goblin was in there. Okay, here we go.
Hobgoblin.
Those are DLC though, weren't they?
Hobgoblin was the costume, yeah. No, DLC was something else. Okay, so here's the playable characters. I'm trying to look.
Carnage was in there?
He was as a downloadable guy.
Damn.
Downloadable guy?
Psylocke's in there?
Yeah, downloadable guy.
Psylocke.
That's downloadable. That one's like, that was system exclusive.
I think she'd be cool to play, actually.
But she's X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only
I'm just saying.
2 villains in the second one. So that makes sense. We're giving them 1 extra. You know, you got Loki and Venom and then the Thanos, so I think you get 1 extra.
I think that'd be good, yeah. And then
so we got 5 more.
How many did you put all the TV characters?
No. So
I think we should put Punisher in there.
Yeah,
Luke Cage, for sure, and Punisher. Luke Cage, you need a big, strong guy, because I don't know if...
You think Kingpin would be... I feel like he'd just be like a boss. In the game.
Yeah, Kingpin, you can't... Like, he just has his, like, cane. You know, who
just
is it?
fat.
Punisher.
Slow going down.
That door scene, though, where you smell...
I think Jessica Jones, because she also has like the alternate costume as Jewel, so she can look like a hero.
Another female character too.
Yeah, another female character.
Jessica Jones is pretty hype. You put Iron Fisto in there?
I'm doing that right now because that's a good pick. He's going to be in there. So now we have 2 more people.
Okay. What else we got? You put Scarlet Witch in, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Is Quicksilver in there yet? I think he could make it in.
Oh, now you're trying to put him in for the final 2.
Well, now that we had gone to X-Men, like,
Yeah. I guess.
Well, actually, that might be a problem because people are gonna be like, "Oh, Quicksilver's an X-Men."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he's just get rid of Quicksilver. He's in
We'll leave him in
he's
there
in the
still.
X-Men DLC pack.
Oh yeah, he was in the Ultron movie.
Barely.
I'm trying to think of barely. He was definitely in it for a
Baron Zemo.
Not Baron Zemo. Yeah, because then a lot of the other characters are Fantastic Four, X-Men. Not put in Songbird. I'm sorry, Dylan.
Yes, we gotta
No.
put in Songbird.
I don't think anyone's clamoring for him. Look at the
I am.
original game. Ghost Rider. He's making a comeback to TV right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's gonna be.
Oh, what about Moon Knight?
Moon Knight too. So
Moon Knight's so
where
awesome.
where does Moon Knight fall in the whole grand scheme of things?
Marvel, Disney own him. So
I know, but where if he was to be in a movie / TV show, where would he?
New York.
I've seen him fight. Yeah, I've seen him fight Spider-Man.
But
in a
would he
couple
be in
comics.
the Daredevil, the Defenders?
Yeah, he'd be in
realm?
the Netflix squad.
I think he should be in there because he's cool. As
Yeah,
fuck.
he was cool as fuck.
And then I think Ghost Rider's a definitely potential one. I'm trying to think of if there's anybody big that we're missing. And if there's anybody, we probably are.
Yeah,
But
probably.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around anybody that's oh man, that'd be good. I'm trying to think oh, and I'm looking at big guys too. So we got Luke Cage is a big guy. We got Thanos. We got Hulk. We got Drax. And Venom. I guess he's always big. So we got 5 big guys. You think that suffices?
Was Groot a big guy?
Oh yeah, Groot. So
I think we should make Groot and Rocky a combo.
You want to make them a combo?
I think that would be really cool. And then that gives them one more slot.
But what if someone doesn't like Groot and they just want to play as the raccoon shooting? But then, I guess he does just have
That would
guns.
be kind of lame, I honestly think.
Yeah.
I think you want the combo pack.
His fighting kit would be pretty lame.
I think,
Just,
how sick would that be to play as both of them? That'd be
Okay.
so awesome.
You can throw the raccoon at
They'd
him.
be so... Yes,
And then
you can
what-
do that too, why not?
Should we add Ghost Rider now?
Yeah,
That'd be an extra
one
spot?
analog stick is Groot and one is Rocky. Oh! Let's go!
And then his special attacks can be you picking up. But then but is that just not
Rocket Groot.
Is that just not a fusion move the whole time? If they're always doing stuff.
Well, maybe you have
together?
a toggle, so you toggle and then you have specials that are Groot's power attacks and his crazy stuff, and then you can
dash.
combo to Rocky and you have ranged attacks and stuff. I think that'd be really.
It's like double dash. You just swap.
It's exactly double dash. Yeah.
Okay.
So now how many? We have one more slot now.
No,
or
two. We have two.
Okay.
So we got Ryder kicking around. We still got Fury. I think Ghost Rider. I think Ghost Rider's a good one.
I think Ghost Rider's in there. Yeah.
I think that'd be
Before,
fun.
let's see, Jessica Jones 1, Elektra 2, Gamora 3, Captain Marvel 4,
Spider-Woman?
Scarlet 5,
Oh, Ms. Marvel.
and Black Widow 6.
She was in the.
Well, she's
Captain
Captain Marvel now.
Oh,
She's Captain.
I'm very
I'm
confused.
the Captain now. I'm the Captain.
she is very.
So we have
cool.
6 females. I would like more, but I'm trying to think of more.
Spider-Woman.
There is Spider-Woman.
She's actually not in there already.
On our list?
Yeah.
No.
She should be in there.
I know, but because you love her.
She was fun in the game.
Yeah.
I liked her more than Spider-Man, but I don't know if we want.
I mean, no, she wasn't actually on my list. I had Arachne in my list because that's the difference.
If you put her in, it justifies putting a ton of the villains in from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
There's so many you could do.
There's
Oh,
so many
you
good
could
ones.
just
Why
do
does
Marvel
Spider-Man have
Online
all the good
Spider-Man.
villains?
Oh,
Or am I just
you made a good point about
No,
Doc Ock. I think Doc Ock would be awesome. to
Yeah.
play.
Oh, is he? I think we should. He'd be tricky to balance with the rest of the cast because I feel like he'd be the biggest character.
His arms.
His arms would be widespread, but I think you could try to make him a little bigger than the Hulk, just lengthwise.
Or maybe he walks around on his.
He'd get stuck
on
in
his
so many
arms.
doors and stuff.
But then, do we decide?
He
Do we
squeezes
put in
through.
Spider-Woman then?
I don't
Oh,
know. She doesn't have the most unique moveset, but maybe you could choose which one you want to do.
I know what you'd have to put in. This is for sure. This is huge in the comics right now, and it kind of suffices as Spider-Gwen. Spider-Gwen is Gwen Stacy in a parallel universe, and she gets bit by the spider, and
Oh,
she's
damn.
Spider-Man and Spider-Gwen. I feel
I
like
didn't
that.
know that.
Yeah, I feel like
That's
to
crazy.
stay with the
I've
current
actually heard of
times.
Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, I feel like to stay with the current times, add Spider-Woman, but keep it new and fresh. I think Spider-Gwen is a for sure in here.
And she could have a Spider-Woman costume.
Oh, for Iron Man, you gotta have a costume of the new Iron Man, where it's like a chick.
Oh, but
that'd
then
be
Iron
awesome.
Woman.
well, I guess
Iron
they'd
Man.
make her different. I was gonna say Spider-Gwen, just not a costume though for
Oh,
Spider-Man.
That's like what game was it? The first one where it was oh no, it was Spider Woman. She just had the Spider Girl outfit.
Yeah. So do we still put Spider-Woman or Spider-Gwen as her own?
I think her abilities would be too similar because, like you said, it's just a parallel universe.
Let me
of
pull
where
up
she just
a
gets
full
bit.
on-
I don't remember exactly what it was like in Ultimate Alliance, but I remember that they were both
quite different.
Well, because Spider-Woman can fly.
True.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a full list of her powers.
Those wingsuit stuff going on.
The wingsuit. Spider-Man looks actually pretty cool. So that's the thing.
That's the thing. Yeah. No, I actually want to start reading her comics. I haven't because I honestly thought they were just gonna be lame. Everyone tells me good things. So let's see. Abilities: superhuman strength, speed, agility, stamina, reflexes, durability, healing factor, which it's like low. It's just
Everyone
like speed.
has the
Yeah.
I have the healing
Spider sense, organic webbing, use of interdimensional time or travel device, and ability to cling to most surfaces. So she's pretty much just.
She's pretty much Spider-Man.
I think we should put him on X-Men. Put him Blink. Blink is.
No, we're not
cool.
putting in Blink.
I
So
love Blink.
I think Spider-Gwen gets to be. Well, I don't know, but then would people be mad about that? Like, if you make Spider-Man Spider-Gwen, it should still have a voice actress.
I think the
right?
one weird thing is that's the only character that's not in the movie/TV shows right now. So it is kind of disjointed, honestly.
Okay, Spider-Gwen got that bump.
She's a DLC. For
so we were talking about.
She's the Spider-Man DLC pack, which is her and then a bunch of villains.
Oh, that could be a good DLC though. All the villains.
So we were talking about Ryder. We were talking about Fury. I know there was one you guys were throwing out.
I
can't remember.
Still don't think Fury deserves it.
Okay, so
Ryder. I don't know, because I feel like all these characters are either like in their TV universe.
Well, he will be at the time of this recording. Remember, he's going to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's going to be on TV, remember. They're bringing him back.
That's true, and some of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that's like some people from the movies and stuff too. Right?
Yeah, we can put in Coulson. No. That could be the S.H.I.E.L.D. download pack.
Black Widow's outfit.
Yeah, exactly.
Black Widow's costume.
Ghost Rider would have some unique moves.
I think if you put in the one that's going to you right now, Robbie Reyes, he's like, you're throwing in some diversity in there. He's the Latino version too, so I think that helps.
We definitely have a low count of Latinos.
That's not my fault. That's
not up there.
I think I'm putting in Ryder. I think.
Wait, is that's number 30? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put him 30, but then we still gotta fill 16.
16
skipped.
Yeah, because the Groot Rocket, I put the back up, so we still have one more spot.
Oh, we do. Okay. Well, who else? Because I just watched Guardians. Yondu definitely not.
No.
We could put in that Gamora's sister. She's pretty cool.
No, not Nebula.
Nebby.
She's the exact same.
She's cool though.
She's cool, but she could. She's the same thing. DLC. I don't think she makes the main roster. I'm trying to think of like one more. Like I'm gonna search. Like,
did you put D Strange in yet?
Yep, most popular. When I put in most,
oh, you should put the ancient one.
No, that's too over. When I put in most, the two first searches were most powerful Marvel Comics character and then most popular. So I'm going down the list to make sure we didn't miss anybody. And this is what Google's listing. We got Hulk, Iron Man, Spider-Man, Wolverine, Deadpool, Daredevil, Thor, Silver Surfer, Punisher. We put Punisher in there. Doctor Strange, Magneto, Thanos, Black Panther, Captain America, Scarlet Witch. Oh, these are all people we've put in and people we can't.
We're good. We're good, man.
I know, but then we need to like make one more.
Oh, Galactus.
They don't have the rights to him.
Oh, did we put Vision in? Did you remember to put Vision in?
Yeah, we put Vision.
Oh.
Yeah, we're. And that was it. That was it of the list. I went to click and that there's a bunch more.
And you put Ant-Man in too?
Yeah, we put Ant-Man. So we got. So this is where either if we can't think of anybody else, you might have to split Groot Rocket or I think I'm sorry. I think we gotta throw in Fury, even though you'd want me DLC. I'm trying to think, excluding X-Men and Fantastic Four. Because Fury,
he is in the 2 games.
He's been in a lot of movies.
But it's going to be weird because in the games it's like some weird lame Nick Fury, and then in the movies it's Sam Jackson.
But in the game you could be Nick Fury, or you could be Sam Jackson, Nick Fury.
Could you?
Yeah, as all new costume. So there's that, or the other thing is because he's not in any TV or movies yet. They just got the rights back to him, but Blade is kicking around.
Oh,
he was in number 2, wasn't he?
He was in 1, not 2. Mm-hmm. He might have been in DLC in 2, but he was in 1. And they got the rights back. They haven't said what they're going to do. There's rumor they might do a Netflix series. I feel like Blade's a good option. Or I guess the comic. I'm not sure if it came out, but at one point they're going to do a comic about his daughter or something.
We should put Kilgrave in there.
You can't put Kilgrave in there.
Why?
He's a villain that says commands and then takes over your mind. I think that's not a cool power to play. It is.
I think it would be a
No, it's a cool power to have, but to play with, I don't know. I don't know what you do.
If
with
he had his own game, it'd be cool. But
yeah,
not an Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, because it's just he's not a fighter. Remember?
Yeah, he gets people to fight for him. Makes you unplug your controller.
Well, that's not good. I
like the Blade pick.
I think Blade.
I just feel like he's a little disjointed, you know?
Why? Tell us why.
Because he maybe they got the rights to him, but I sure as heck haven't seen him in anything, you know?
Well, they just got them back. It has to take time. They're kicking out all the other stuff.
That's true.
I'm just trying to think of people we missed.
No one.
There is Inhumans, but I don't know if people would. And they might add them.
Who?
They're the Inhumans, but they should be their own DLC. They're taking over for mutants now. They're like a different breed of mutants that were bred up in something. There's Black Bolt. There's Lockjaw, who's a British bulldog who can time travel.
Oh, I think that'd be fun.
He's been in the game. Yeah. If Heisenberg would let me, I'd put
Squirrel
like the
Girl.
antenna on him. That's not bad.
Squirrel Girl's awesome.
I'd kind of want to play as her.
Kinda. I played as her like solely when we did the Lego game.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty cool, man.
That's Squirrel Girl or Blade.
How about that guy that eats planets?
That's Galactus.
Oh, nice. Put him in.
We can't.
He's pretty cool.
Oh. So you think Blade still?
I like the Blade pick.
Mm-hmm. And do you think Squirrel Girl?
I'd be okay with either, I guess.
I think we'll put in Blade because I just don't know what attacks fully Squirrel Girl could have, and then I know
throw squirrels at people.
I know, but then you kind of have the parallels with her and Ant-Man being similar, because if he's going to have, like,
Perfect.
ant throwing attacks, well, no, because, like, you have a similar character.
He doesn't throw ants.
But I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like, he could, like, hurrah, and ants come
Maybe we should put Falcon in.
Yeah, he is in the movies.
I would
He's
honestly,
the main
one of the reasons I was
character.
thinking of
He's
not
a
doing
little-
Falcon is because there's, like, Angel, and he, like, might be cooler than Falcon.
But he won't be in this game.
Exactly,
He'll be in
so-
the X-Men DLC.
I feel like Falcon could be... Actually, I feel like Falcon kind of deserves it, to be real.
Yeah, because he is...
He's the only movie character, I think,
that we haven't put in, yeah.
other than Quicksilver, but
And
he was
we're-
only in, like, half of a movie.
We're-
Spoilers, but...
Yeah. We were jumping over him, because, like, yeah, I've never been that
We could put
interested
Ultron
in
in.
him, but I'm not putting in Ultron.
You just hate Ultron.
Yeah. I think...
He would definitely be the main villain. Or one of the main villains.
Yeah, I think so. He hasn't made it in a game yet. That's surprising. I think...
Well, he was he, like, popular in the comics and stuff?
Oh, yeah, he's been always a
Oh,
big
okay.
popular
The side dude.
storyline. Yeah. I think Falcon's a good one. I think it fits with the movies. Kirkland doesn't look too happy about it or Blade, but if you think about it, who's like more popular right now, and like Falcon has his own comic right now. He's
I feel like it
actually
would just be
Captain
a
America.
slap in the face.
Yeah, he's a
the
one
actor.
movie.
That was the one character.
Yeah. Sorry, you're not making it in the game. And like actually in the comics right now, he's Captain
They get
America.
everyone in the movies to, like, come do some voice acting. He's just like at home alone.
They got him to come do the voiceover for like a side character.
Just like a random monster.
Yeah. Oh, no, you're not Falcon. You're just gonna be someone else. But like, yeah, no. In the comics, he is Captain America right now, one of them. So like, he's gotten a big promotion. So
And he has that little drone thing. Drone thing's pretty cool.
the Red Wing, yeah.
Red Wing. He has missiles. He's got wings.
Yeah. I think he goes.
He's
in.
got goggles.
He could fly and glide.
He's been in like a few movies now. Ant-Man, Avengers,
Mhm.
Civil War.
Mhm. So that's our 30. So I'll read them down to see if we feel good with our picks. All right. So 1 to 10: Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, Ant-Man, Black Panther. It's the top 10.
It's a good top 10.
I think that's pretty good. 11 to 20: Captain Marvel, Drax, Star-Lord, Gamora, Rocket and Groot combo, Falcon, Loki, Winter Soldier, Vision, and Venom.
Nice.
Isn't
Nice.
sticking out. And then 20 to 30: Doctor Strange, Thanos, Daredevil, Elektra, Luke Cage, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, Moon Knight, and Ghost Rider.
Maybe we should put Karen in.
I'm not from Daredevil. No. So are we all happy with those?
I think that's a pretty good list.
I think the only one, I guess but then.
There's some Marvel people, or X-Men people I'd like to see in there, but...
Oh yeah, I know, for sure. But then at the same time I was just thinking, I don't know.
I would play as like 90% of those characters.
Yeah, I guess. My only thing is, when we're talking about Falcon and not being in it, is that kind of the same thing for Nick Fury? That he's in all these movies and we kind of just gave him
Oh,
a
I thought you
bump?
put him on the list.
No, he's not on the list, Fury.
I'm fine with it.
I
still think he's a perfect NPC.
But, yeah.
Okay, if that was the cast, would you play as Nick Fury ever?
No, I wouldn't, because
I
he's just
wouldn't
a
either.
person and you already got
At the end of the day, this is our dream list of characters.
Well, discounting anything that Fox owns, because I definitely would have put in Deadpool and Wolverine and whatnot, but then like it would have been hard to bump some characters. You definitely
we also decided on some DLC packs in the form of
X-Men, villains, things
Do a
like
list
that.
of DLCs.
Yeah, well, X-Men's one for sure. Villains are one for sure.
Yeah, Spider-Man villains. That could be its own one.
Yeah,
Fantastic Four DLC pack. Only cost $1. Pick it up outside.
No one buys it.
The only thing that I worry is because the movies and TV studios are separate. What if they did the TV as DLC?
I think that could work actually.
Yeah.
Well, how many characters? I guess you have the 4 Defenders and then
2, 3,
Punisher
4, 5, 6.
and Elektra. So that's like 6 character DLC pack.
Yeah.
That could work, but like I think
I'd rather have them in the game.
I think they should be in the original game too.
Yeah. I think so.
Well, I mean, obviously Punisher is a sick villain that we get,
Mm-hmm.
and like Daredevil.
Well, he's not a villain. He's he's a good guy.
Right,
we've had this conversation
in the game, you
before.
would fight him, and he'd kill like 3 of your guys, and then
I don't know. He doesn't kill
He
heroes.
would kill Nick Fury.
No, he wouldn't. No, he would not kill Nick Fury.
He would kill all of the Fantastic Four and then join the team.
No, and be the Fantastic One.
The Fantastic
thing.
The Fantastic Punisher.
Okay, I think that's it. Is there anything in particular before we end this cast in the game that you'd want added? Thinking about the game,
I want to play as Gambit.
Like features.
You want features, not characters. Like anything. Like I'd like them to carry over the upgrading and stat wise of the powers and everything like that. I always like that of like making it stronger and having one thing that the first game had, and that's probably why I still like the first game more. Is just the first game you had so many options for different powers. Where the second game, you get your 4, and that's it. I like there being like, oh, here are your 10 powers, and you get to pick 4. So you can change it up if you're bored. If you like more power, like if you're like a melee guy, you have that. If you're like, what would be throwing? Ranged. Thank you. Mind blink. So that's what I always liked about that one. That I felt like you really got to choose and customize your character. Lots of costumes.
I think one thing is like a ton of costumes.
Yeah.
Like what? Because I think one of the game had like
the second one had 2, and then Ultimate Alliance all had 4 for everybody, and that's why and that's the thing where Ultimate Alliance 2 is so weird that they took out all that stuff. It's like just keep it in there, keep doing it. Even if it's the same costumes, I don't care. Just
I think an arena mode would be cool, where you could just like brawl, like basically like against each other, as opposed to just being on teams. So you could have like the Thing fighting the Hulk and stuff.
Okay.
I think it kind of like adds more characters. Sort of is like if you play Hulk enough, you'll unlock like She-Hulk as like a alternate version to play as, or like Spider-Woman as like an alternate if you play Spider-Man enough, sort of things like that. Also, I think I'd be down with some split screen, honestly.
You don't like the one screen?
It's not that I don't like it. I think they could do some good things with split screen as well.
So would you make it an option, or is that the way you'd have to play the game?
Maybe it depends on like where you are. Because if you're just like in a big arena and you're all just fighting like one boss or something, obviously there's no reason for split screen. But in like the maps, they get like pretty mazy and there's a lot of different paths you can go. So I think that could be
split up.
A lot of the time, I was like I was trying to go somewhere, but the screen was dragging.
It's like, guys, come fight my enemy.
And that always has kind of bothered me. Obviously, split screen, you have a smaller screen. But the thing is, like, people generally have pretty large TVs these days.
Yeah.
Obviously, some online multiplayer would be really fun. Cross-platform, so I could play on my computer and you can play on your PlayStation.
I don't know if it'd be cross-platform, but
it's always the dream.
Hey, man, that's
always the dream.
More popular, I want to say.
I'm trying to think. Is there anything else in particular? I think one of the games had it. I'd like if you could just play like solo missions like alone, like replay them. Not have to play through the whole game. Like if you really like one, go back and.
Is that not featured in other games?
Is it in one of them?
So.
That's
like
I don't know.
Select,
I'd like that.
Weird, yeah.
That'd be kind of fun because it seems like at the end when you're done, you're just done. There could be maybe there is in the second one. Maybe you get like a gold star.
I don't think there is in the first one though.
No, I don't think so either. So. I think that's it. I can't think of it. I pretty much just want the same game with maybe a few stuff added and better graphics. I think they could actually
do some fun like
graphics.
solo sort of missions. Like, I think that's actually a good idea in terms of like.
Well, the first one has solo mission for everybody, and like they have ones for villains where you just go to fight the villain. So that was good.
Yeah, but I mean, like I think it would be cool if like Ant-Man had his own level or maybe a series of levels or something where obviously.
But then what happens? That's one thing I definitely want. Keep the couch co-op.
Yeah.
But then what do you
like a mini game mode? That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah, maybe because if you do that, because you'd have to like the other person could just they wouldn't have anything to do, right?
There could be.
No, that's what I mean. That's what I mean, like a solo part as well.
Okay.
You could just do it on your own. It'd be cool.
Because as it stands, like I see no reason to play the game if you guys aren't here playing with me, which is fine. I mean,
I've played it alone many times.
But like I would not personally have fun unless there's like side missions like that to do and stuff.
That's fair.
They could actually do so many mini modes with so many like different characters.
They could do like a Mario Kart mode.
Oh yeah, they could do so many.
Okay, I don't want a
like
Mario
the Ant-Man
Kart.
one. That's just like one of them, but they could do with so many people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully they're making it. So hopefully somebody's breaking their fingers.
Yeah.
Breaking their fingers. Well, I feel like they wouldn't efficiently create a game if they broke.
It's probably happening though. So
I just meant like like break a leg, like break a finger, get out there and.
People are definitely gonna break something when the X-Men aren't in it, though. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That would be the flip shit moment. But you got to make sacrifices. The movies have gotten so big. They've introduced so many new characters. And
maybe there's two $30 games. There's like your X-Men version
No,
and your other version. Then you could like buy a combo pack that puts them all together.
version.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's all the X-Men versus all of these dudes, and then like you pick what
X-Men.
side you want to do at the start of the game.
And at the storyline, X-Men v Avengers.
It's like the Fire Emblem.
That would be actually pretty hype.
It's like the Fire Emblem games.
It's
You gotta
essentially the
choose.
Fire
You gotta
Emblem
choose
game.
which games.
I'd actually be down with that, like on a grid with all the characters.
I think
I'd
you're getting
actually
out of
say
hand
that.
now because I don't think that would ever happen with just this game.
No,
An
but
Ultimate Alliance,
I think
like
people would
Fire
buy
Emblem
it.
style? Oh,
People would buy that.
I would buy it.
I'm sold already.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'll make the game.
Go
Never made a game
on
before.
Kickstarter.
I'll make
Go on
it.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Give me a few $100. I'm good to go.
Yeah. All right, folks. Well, that was our list. If you have anybody that you think we missed, if you don't like that we didn't include the X-Men, let us know. Let us know what your list could be.
Yeah, let us know if you think that X-Men should take precedence over like these.
The Guardians, even, or like the Netflix
Or
characters.
Fantastic Four.
Or
We want your opinion on Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because.
Curious to see about
But we
that.
also made that in like a business sense to do that decision. It wasn't just that we didn't like them; it's this fact of like, hey, those guys are in the movies. They just had a really bad movie. You don't want to be playing with any of those people.
They have 2 series of bad movies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, you guys want to say anything else before this ends?
No.
Okay. Sounds
Leave
good.
it there.
Go play the games; they're fun.
Yeah, play the
Yeah.
games whether
You
you
can
own
buy
them
them on
or
your next gen consoles.
you can
now.
buy them on your current gen consoles. Yeah. Thank you for tuning in.
See you later.
Won't be boring.
Yeah.
We sign off. Yeah.
There we go.